Hello, friend. Namaskar, dosto. I'm Niklesh Jain, and I'm here today and doing live for the Asian Games 2023. And दोस्तों जैसे कि आप मुझे हिंदी चेस बेस इंडिया पर देखते हो, बट टुडे एंड फॉर दिस एंटायर टूर्नामेंट इंडिविजुअल men's and women's tournament in Asian Championship, I'm going to do live in ChessBase India main channel, and along with me soon, international master and very experienced commentator, chess player, I am Saravanan will join me soon. So let's see what happened here is soon in 15 minutes. Indian players are going to start their games against different participants, and this is the Asian Games, so it's not like a Asian Championship or other FIDE official events where we get the information very fast. यहाँ पे भाई धीरे धीरे ही सब कुछ जो है वो आ रहा है अभी फिलहाल. So we are receiving pairing, we just received pairing some moment ago, and also the information regarding the players. So let me check first that my voice and everything is fine in the main channel. Let me check first there. Hope all is fine, and please mention me in chat also. I will keep watching the chats also. Okay, let me check if my voice is clear. Let me check if my voice is clear. I think okay, voice is clear. All is fine. Please let me know in chat. Himank is there. Thank you, Himank. Yash is there. Everyone, please let me know about the my voice and everything is correct. Soon this pairing will update, my friends, because हमको अभी बहुत last moment पे ये pairing मिला है. So everything is updating. Our team is working on that, and soon you will see the players photos properly there. So first सबसे पहले चलते हैं कि who are the participants there in the tournament. Okay, तो हमें जो list मिली है, let's check this list first. Okay, तो मेंस इंडिविजुअल की अगर हम बात करें यहाँ पर जो लिस्ट हमें दिख रही है फिलहाल, ओके या हियर इज द लिस्ट. तो जो मेंस इंडिविजुअल में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, बांग्लादेश से इनामुल हुसैन हैं, एंड बांग्लादेश से रहमान मोहम्मद फहाद हैं. दीज टू प्लेयर्स आर फ्रॉम बांग्लादेश. अगर बेसिकली बात करें तो वर्ल्ड चैंपियन डिंग लीरेन इज नॉट प्लेइंग फॉर चाइना फॉर दिस टूर्नामेंट, एंड maybe this is the good news for India. Bu Jiangyi and Wei Yi, they are going to represent China. I must tell you that in individual tournament there are only two participants from each country. Means from India only Arjun Erigaisi and Vidit Gujrathi is going to participate. So you can check here. So though I think we will get the most competition from this China team. Wei Yi is there, Bu Jiangyi is there. Both are very good. Already seen them in many tournaments, even the Global Chess League. They were playing. I think Wei Yi was playing, and he was playing really good there in rapid format. So Wei Yi is the most important player for China. India, Arjun Erigaisi. This is very funny to read. Arjun name is Arjun Kumar Erigaisi. I'm happy. Niklesh Kumar Jain. I'm happy. Arjun Kumar Erigaisi is going to play, and Vidit Santosh Gujrathi is going to play. And very funny thing, you are not able to see one thing in his screen. Actually, you know. In this Asian Championship, even they wrote there the height of the player. Means because this is Asian Games, so I think in every discipline, every game, they have to mention player date of birth along with the player height. In chess, nothing to do with height, but height is mentioned there. So I must tell you, with the Gujarati height is 5 feet 9 inch, and Arjun Erigaisi height is also 5 feet 9 inch according to this record. Okay. And then story is not going to end here. From Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran, परम मकसूदलू एंड अमीन तबातबाई. अमीन तबातबाई का ये नाम मैं पहली बार पढ़ रहा हूँ भाई. सैयद मोहम्मदीन तबातबाई. मुझे तो अमीन तबातबाई पता था अभी तक. अच्छा, ऐसा मेरे ख्याल से सैयद मोहम्मद अमीन तबातबाई ये है शायद. हाँ, वो पूरा एक साथ लिख दिया उन लोग ने. तो नाउ इट्स लुक्स लाइक ह्यूज नेम, बट वी विल कॉल हिम तबातबाई. And Parham is there. So I think, okay, definitely Kazakhstan team, Renat is there. And okay, I should not forget here the team of Uzbekistan, Nodirbek Abdusattarov and Javakhor Sindorov. I think these two are also going to be a very tough fight. So I think if you look at properly, maybe any so many people is possible to they can score, they can beat top players. But if you look at properly, this medal fight is going to between, I think, something 10 players of group. Let's see. Total five rounds is going to happen. So this is the list of men's, and if we look at the women's team. Okay, I think Saravanan also joined me. So just let me add Saravanan here. Saravanan camera here. And Saravananji, I have to, I think, relocate you again little.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So welcome, Saravananji. How are you?
Very fine.
And
Very eager
looks
for
looks
games
like
to
we
start.
will get the live, I think, now.
Yeah, thankfully.
So I was just showing everyone the list. Now we are. I'm showing the women's players list here.
Yeah, sure. I saw. Yeah.
And in women's, from China, Zhu Ziner, and oh, okay. I think this is the team. I put the women's team. I have to put the women's individual.
Yeah.
So here, yes, from China, ex-world champion Hu Yifan name is here, and Zhu Jiner is here. And then from India, Harika Dronavalli, Koneru Humpy. So, Sarvananji, I think you will confirm me. Harika and Humpy both wins medal in Asian Games earlier, na?
Yeah. That is a significant thing. Gold medalist Humpy. One thing I observed, did you see? China is not fielding their world champions in both the sections. In men, they are not fielding Dingliren, and in women, they are not fielding Zhu and Jun. That is a very significant omission. I wish there'll be some answers to this if we can get from anyone. I mean, okay,
So
generally things don't come out
I was
easily.
searching something a few days back,
Uh-huh.
and I saw South China post or something, and I saw even the headline was there that Ding Liren is going to lead Team China. I read full article, and I don't know what happened yesterday. This list came out, and then suddenly I saw the name is not there of Ding Liren.
Exactly. There was a column by Leonard Barden in the Guardian newspaper in which it had mentioned, after playing the World Championship, Dingliren hasn't played much chess at all. And last week in Speed Chess Championship online being held on chess.com also, he withdrew at the last minute.
Sarvanji, your voice. Can you say something?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Hello?
okay, it's fine. Okay.
Sorry.
So, I don't know. I hope Ding Liren will not say like Magnus Carlsen, okay, I'm not motivated now to play more chess.
Yeah. So, okay, that aside, so we had the pairings also for today, yeah?
Yep. Okay, so from Kazakhstan team, this Abdul Malik Jansai and Bibisara Asubayeva, I think they are also a very good chances. They are also doing really well in the World Rapid and Bridge tournaments.
Sure, yeah.
And after that, from Mongolia, if I pronounce any name wrong, please correct me because I am not good speaker in English. You know that. You have to support me. And so there is some good name. So many players are there, I think, from different countries. But I believe the gold fight is going to between India and China.
Yeah, obviously we have the two grandmasters of India, the only two grandmasters of India among women, experienced Humpy and Harika there. Both are medalists, as you say. Humpy has been a long-standing player. There are two players in this team, our Asian Games team, Hari Krishna and Humpy. They are two players with great longevity. So obviously, a lot depends on Humpy's shoulders. And of course, Harika is another seasoned GM. In fact, I would say that, except for Huifan, for Humpy and Harika, on paper, they are not much of a challenge for them, this whole field is. So I'm very hopeful of a medal from Both of them, in fact.
And what do you think about? I think who Ifan is also not playing so much chess. I think in recent years he's playing sometimes rapid blitz, but I think in top levels he's not playing much. So what do you think now? I
Yeah.
think even Humpy played some good games against her. She won some games in last couple of months against her. I think in Global Chess League. So what do you think? This will help her in Indian team means Humpy Harika. This thing.
See, Humpy and Harika have had a continuous run before this. They have been playing continuously. That is one concern for me. They have been playing non-stop since the World Cup. The latest was the Women World Team Championship in Poland. That is of one concern. So you have two players who have played a lot versus Huifan who hasn't played at all. So it's very difficult to predict which is better. But I'm very sure this is Asian Games, so Huifan would have definitely played some training games and be coming here. So
He
the
must be
only
doing
concern
training, I
for me
think.
is that Humpy and Harika may be a little tired of playing.
But maybe the inspiration to win medal for India will charge them up.
Hopefully.
Okay, so I hope we are going to get live telecast also soon, and let's see. We already set our boards, and Humpy. Okay, now I will tell you the pairing, everyone. We didn't have a pairing published in any website or something. We received a pairing in PDF format. So I will even try to show you that thing. So let me see. Yep.
I saw it on the ChessBase Twitter page. Yeah, recently it has been announced. Correct?
Yeah. No, I got the. I will make it some just 1 minute. I will show you.
So among men players, of course, it's not a two-nation horse race like in women, as you're telling Niklesh.
Yes.
I'm very excited about the presence of Abdu Sataro. See, honestly speaking, I'm already longing for the game between Arjun and Abdu Sataro, and of course Wei, another fantastic player. So the men event is definitely going to be full of heavyweights, especially in rapid tournament. Abdu Sataro and Arjun Erigaisi are kind of rapid specialists. And in the recently concluded Tata Steel Rapid held in Kolkata, Vidit also played some fantastic games. So that is one thing I'm very excited about. Yeah, go ahead. You can tell us the pairings a
Yes. So
little.
this is the pairing here. You can see everyone. And Abdul Sattarov, I think first round is going to be not so tough for this player. So top seed is Wei Yi actually, 2735 rating from China. Second seed is Abdul Sattarov. Third seed is Vidit Gujrathi because Vidit played so much good chess in Tata Steel and he got some good rating increment in Rapid. So he is now 2694. Fourth seed, third seed, and fourth seed is Arjun Erigaisi. I think this is already telling you the whole story here. Wei E, Abdul Sataro, Vidit, and Arjun. And definitely, if you come down, Parham Maksudlu, he can beat anyone in his day. So
Ferhat Maksudlu is another very exciting player. You know this famous joke, right? Maksudlu became the world junior champion, and it came out that Para Maksudlu prepares just 20 hours in a day. So they asked Magnus Carlsen, "What do you think, Magnus?" Maksudlu says he prepares 20 hours a day. And Carlsen said he should sleep a little more. Okay, anyway. Param Maksudlu is another exciting player. He played Tata Steel Chess India Rapid in Kolkata in 2022. A fantastic player. One of the best things about all these players, Wei, Abdul Sataro, Vidit, Arjun, Maksudlu, of course, Burj Yangji, and another is, of course, Javokir Sindaro from Uzbekistan, another important member of the gold medal winning team at the Olympiad. The greatest quality about all of them is, they never settle for a draw even in equal positions. This is something which really makes this rapid tournament very exciting.
yes. And I think time control is also very interesting. I think 15 plus 10 or something is there. So means the round definitely match will be the fast pace. And what do you think about this? format, means Asian Games. I think after 13 years they included chess, and now they included this. I think they changed something earlier. Earlier team championship was like 2 men's, 1 women's, something mixed there. Now they did proper man and women championship this year. So now full
Yeah.
team is playing.
Yeah, obviously, they have now a open tournament. I mean, the team championship will be held in the classical format, which was not there when it was introduced the first time and all that. So it makes it very combative. You know, rapid chess, you need rapid specialists. Whereas when it comes to classical chess, it's going to be a full-fledged tournament. So it makes it a little more competitive, little more tougher. But all said and done, see the teams that we have, it is not like, they are only rapid specialists. It's just that Abdul Sataro, Arjun, these are all kind of course, Prag. They are essentially, we see them as blitz specialists.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Match it started just now. Just now I'm getting the feed here. Koneru Humpy game, I think, yes, already started. Here, knight f3, knight f6. This is the start of Koneru Humpy game. Yes,
Let's
if
go.
I'm correct, yes. And this is the Harika game. Harika is playing against Alsikal Rauda Essa. Country मुझे नहीं पता है अभी. I have to find out the country. And
I'll get it.
let me check the Arjun, and their game started. No, okay, all games are. This is the good thing. This was my main concern, that we are going to get live or no. So finally, I think I'm happy that I'm able to see that live telecast already started. This is really, really good.
So let me read out the names. Vidit is playing Mohammad Fahad Rahman from Bangladesh. He's an international master with a rating of 2366. He's playing black. Arjun Erigaisi is playing Bersamina Paolo of Philippines.
Vidit is black, na? Vidit is black, na?
Vidit is black, that's right. Arjun is playing white against Paolo Bersamina of Philippines, another international master with 2351. So these are the Indian pairings in the men's section. And women's section, we have Koneru Humpy playing white against women grandmaster Mobina Alinasab of Iran. Molina Alinasab is a woman grandmaster with 2051 rating. And Harika is black. Harika is playing Al-Serkal Ruda Essa from UAE. And Al-Serkal is rated 1915. So as you said, this is going to be a Swiss tournament. So this is the first round. So comparatively easier pairings for the Indian men and women in both the sections.
Right now, I think, let's see the game of Arjun Kumar Erigaisi. First time I'm reading Arjun Kumar Erigaisi.
I've never heard of this. Seriously?
I think Asian Games, they took the real name of the passport. So something is like that.
Something. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that is possible. Yeah. As far as I know, we know him only as Arjun Erigaisi.
Yes, first time. That's why I was laughing. Okay, I'm Niklesh Kumar Jain. So first time I say, okay, Arjun Kumar Erigaisi. Okay, so this match, okay, English opening, like, so can explain to the viewers what is going on here.
Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen, na?
Yeah, I'm also trying to take it out from the original. You got it from the original website, right? Asian Games website, I suppose.
Oh, actually, Sagar set everything for me, and this I got from, he set in Lichess for me, and
if you can forward me in WhatsApp, I'm
going to forward you, and I think in Lichess soon they are going to also broadcast. Just 1 minute, I will forward you also.
Okay, this is a little bit of a surprise, playing Bishop E3 so early in a symmetrical English. But anyway, nowadays, as RB Ramesh says, there are no good openings and bad openings. There is only good preparation and bad preparation. So Arjun is probably indicating a long castle by weakening black's kingside so early. Okay, these are anyway early days for the opening. We are just waiting for the opening
Because
moves
I
to
sent
come
you
out.
already. So I think
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I will now open it. Yeah. So can you go to the next game if you don't mind?
yes, I will go to the next game now. Uh, Here is Vidit game.
Aha, this is interesting. D4, C4, E4, and B4. So which opening did this come from? Definitely looks like a irregular opening system for me. Can we go to the beginning of the game?
It's just give me 1 minute.
Sure, sure,
I'm
sure.
just setting something.
Sure, sure. Of course. We got an interesting information from China, inside information that the website was being set up even today morning. That is why we are also finding our way
Today
through
morning
the
only.
exactly. So that is why we are also a little groping in the dark, finding our way through because it wasn't readily available for us to access. So resembles an old Indian, but of course it's not an old Indian. Let's go
Okay,
to
so
the
now
game.
I'm coming to the game, and this is the Vidit game. So game is already d5. This is the position. Vidit from black. So I can switch this, I think, for viewers.
Okay, it came from Bogo Indian. If we can go
Yeah, I think
through from the
d4.
beginning. Yeah. So
Bogo
this is
Indian.
a Bogo Indian defense BB4, Bishop E7, and this is E4 D6. There is something interesting here I want to say. About a few months ago, Vidit Gujrathi came online in the chess.com speed chess challenge, one of the matches, and he said he's trying to get aggressive nowadays. And he calls himself this new avatar as Vidit 2.0. It is unthinkable that Vidit Gujarati will prefer such an opening even 2 years ago. Vidit is known for his positional clarity and solid play. So in a certain way, I'm very happy to see that he's experimenting and a player of Vidit class, you can say that someone who plays pure chess will allow white to occupy the center so fully, especially when black is not playing something like the King's Indian defense. So in a certain way, I'm very happy to see that, Vidit is having fun in chess.
Yes, I think this is very important because if you see the young generation, all this Gokesh and Pragyananda, Nihal, and Arjun Erigaisi, I think in recent years, somehow their performance, their style is also somehow inspiring with it to do something. Because this is very clear. Also means I'm saying in another way, uh, this is very clear. If you don't improve or change in this current scenario, maybe in future you will be out of the Olympiad team. So you have to do and improve your game, or maybe to inspire yourself. And I think for Vidit, this is something to attack. Maybe attacking his style is now inspiring him to more hard work, do some changes. I don't know, to get better results. What do you think?
Correct. To progress in chess nowadays you can prepare any opening within half a day. Chess has come to that level today. So information is available very easy. So it is very easy for any player to become multidimensional, to be stylistically, to be an all-rounder very easily. So this is a kind of, I wouldn't say it's a change even. I would say it's a growth. So what Vidit is doing, I'm very happy personally, and I think it is showing up in his games also. He plays a lot more adventurous, a lot more dynamic nowadays. See, for example, the current game that we are seeing right now in front of us, definitely the middle game is going to be extremely complicated. Black is already ready to attack on the king side.
Yes, F5 is coming soon. And it's okay. It's not exactly, but it's okay. Still, he's waiting for castle, maybe. What White is going to do.
Okay,
This
that's turning
structure
out.
is little similar to sometimes in King's Indian. Okay, bishop definitely on g6, g7. This bishop is here, but Somehow the attack is in the same setup. You're waiting for your bishop. Oh, c6.
That's a kind of an old Indian. That's what I would say. So, shall we also have a look at the games of the
Arjun,
women?
let's check Arjun and then, oh, Arjun, I think already in something good position.
Yeah, we saw the game till h5, but then it seems Arjun's opponent went h5, h4, and then
h4.
Arjun played g4, and e7. Definitely, white is slightly better already. At some point, black will feel the absence of his dark square bishop in such kind of a positions. And white has to just time correctly when to play d4. So something like h3, ng to triple O and d4, and white will have an advantage, especially because black will miss his bishop from g7 here. So let's move on. Maybe we can go to the women's game now, Niklesh.
Women's section here, and Harika is playing from black. Current position is bishop g7. This is the position. How come
great.
this? e4, e5, knight f3, and bishop Rai Lopez. I'm also very hopeful for Harika. The way she played in the Global Chess League was also and also in the World Cup. I think now she's also again coming back to shape.
See, that's another remarkable thing. Among Harika and Humpy, Harika actually is more of a solid variety. You know, when she started her career, Humpy was a kind of a very solid player who especially specialized on end games. But now in the last few years, there is a drastic change in her games also. Many games, Humpy is never afraid of taking a chance by complicating the game and going for tactics. So I would say that among both the players, Humpy and Harika, Harika is the more solid one. So see, this opening setup which she hasn't prepared today, which she has employed today, it is transposing into a strain. It's deferred. A very, very normal system for Harika. Anyway, this is again the first round, so she can afford to be solid and just keep a game going.
I'm very big fan for Harika and Humpy, especially when I know that, like for example, they both are mothers, and because I became father 2.5 years ago, and I saw my wife how much struggle as a mother for you, and especially as a chess player to come back. And now finally she is playing the tournaments and leaving him with me sometimes. But it's very difficult for any mother to leave the child, and means if you are definitely your child is just 2-3 year old, it's not easy to play the tournaments, and Harika is doing from very start. Even I think 6 months after she become mother, she start playing chess, and heads off to her courage, and she's performing well anyway. I didn't saw any changes like she's struggling or something. No, she's playing well, good. So it's amazing to see Humpy and Harika is playing. Means now mother power is going to bring, I think, medal for India.
You know, last year at the Tata Steel Rapid, there was this blitz games after which there were press conferences. So Harika told casually during one of the press conferences that, you know, I prepared this variation and this is what I did. That is why. So like the journalist was surprised. You prepare for blitz, and she says, I prepare for classical, I prepare for blitz, I prepare for bullet, I prepare for hyper bullet also. That's the way I am. She's one of the most hardworking professionals in the women's circuit. And it shows generally, you know, one thing about Harika is if there are 9 games in a tournament, among them 5 blacks, she is capable of playing 5 different systems with black pieces in all the 5 games. She's an extremely well-prepared player. I mean, men, women, it doesn't matter. She's an extremely well-prepared player, a very hardworking player.
This is the Humpy game right now.
Yeah, so we have a Karlsbad structure with a bishop f4 piece setup instead of the regular bg5. Obviously, it has come from a Chigorin defense. I'm sorry, a Ragozin defense, I think. Yeah, it's a Ragozin. Yeah, bb4. Okay. I don't know what you call it as. delayed Ragozin or something. But essentially, it's a QGD structure, Queen's Gambit Decline structure, Karl's Path variation. Again, early days, but this is something in which white will enjoy a long pull. So this, I think we are in for a long middle game as far as by rapid standards.
I think black is also going to develop this light color bishop somewhere. Knight will go here, f8 or something. Yes.
Yeah, knight f8, knight g6. There are a lot of plans here. Knight f8, knight g6 is a plan. Knight f8, knight e6, g6,
Yes.
knight e7. These are plans. I am very curious what basically black is planning to do with the bishop on b4. Whether she will challenge it at bishop d6 or not, that is the only question now. Depends upon the preparation in here.
Okay. Meanwhile, I will try to check also that maybe Leeches already separately started the live, because this is set by Sagar also. I will check here if they started already broadcast
Oh,
properly.
actually, I am at Leeches and it is available from a Leeches straight away. A Leeches link actually I'm getting.
No, I send you the link, those links.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, that's
working.
what.
But Leeches didn't set, I think, still.
Oh, you
That,
mean Leech themselves didn't say?
yeah, we set it that actually. That
Ah,
line.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so I think
So we are
they
getting a
didn't start
message
it till
from
now. Okay,
Hemang
so
Ghosh
S3,
that
knight e4.
okay, normal setup. We are getting a message from Hemang Ghosh that Maqsoodlu is in big trouble already in board 5. That's
Oh,
interesting.
okay. We'll shift to the man section and we'll see what is happening here. First, let me check. Okay, Vidit position is still okay. This is the game is going to be long game, and
By the
Arjun
way, in
looks
chat, you
solid.
already have a fan who is very happy about your English, who is complimenting you on your English. So thanks, chat. Please keep chatting with us and let us know. These are rapid games, so we'll be happy if you can point out to any games
Yes. Okay, looks like this is
that
a
are
Parham
going
game.
also. Yeah.
I think maybe Indian is showing okay, white is very better, but I think it's so many things is going to happen soon. So many changes will happen.
This is just rapid chess, but of course, it's nice to see only white pawns being so advanced. But anyway, these are early days, as you said.
I think it's
So now let us get a solid idea about our players. First, let's start with Arjun. That looked like the most interesting question for me.
okay. Yes.
So what is going on here? So as I said, I'm expecting white to go castle on the long side here.
Just let me show the viewers. We leave here last moment. H4. What happened
Yeah,
after that? H3.
yeah.
He played okay E5. So Arjun goes directly F4, F5. Oh my God! This is looks like only pawn is going to decide today who's going to win.
Are you sure? I'm getting different moves.
Are you sure?
How come we both are getting different moves?
I hope Paul is fine. This is Arjun game, correct? Okay, I get this
It is
position only.
Arjun's game.
You are getting
This
different
is,
position.
or maybe the moves haven't come. No, I am getting a different position.
Oh my
What's
God.
going on?
Okay, let me check. Let me check. I think.
I think that E5, F4, F5 is probably analysis, maybe by the computer. Please have a look.
Let me check.
See, for H3, B6 is the move which has been appearing on the board.
Let me check. Okay, there is some link for the. Look, okay, let me check here also if anything is changes, because today I'm also not so clear what is happening, but let's see.
Anyway,
Gopal also sent
let's
me something actually. So let
by
me
the
match.
by the
If
time
this is
maybe you can just switch to the next game maybe so that we'll clarify this later.
okay,
What
so
is
Vidit
actually
game is there.
happening here?
Vidit game is going on here.
Yeah, if you can go to the Vidit game.
And
Yeah.
bishop b2 and c6 with the exchange in the center. You know,
Yeah.
personally, Saravanan, I always call Vidit as a master of exchange in the center. So he's very good in this. Means whether he played from white, QGD, lines against, and so many times I saw he's a very good in exchange, timing of exchange in the center.
See, they say class of a chess player comes out. You learn a lot from strong chess players, especially when you observe how they treat the center. So, any player of a class, especially a player of Vidit Gujrathi standard, above 2700, I call it as the center of gravity. Anything to do with the positional aspects of the middle game. Let it be center, development, deployment, pawn structure, weaknesses, king safety, all these very basics of middle game play. Hardly they make any mistakes when it comes to judgment. When it comes to anyone about 2700, you can take it for granted that when it comes to basic strategy, they will never violate. So obviously, center and Vidit Gujrathi, I absolutely buy your point, what you're telling me.
Okay, so here
So we have a super chat, Niklesh.
Travel with Nikhil Roshan. Okay, thank you. Wishing for all medals. I am V Saravanan and FI Niklesh Jain OP. Guys, please like. Thank you. Please like, guys, our stream. And here is something happening, and I'm still trying to figuring out that if anything I'm missing. Means, Sarvanji, I'm forwarding you 2 more links. If you are able to open, you can check those links if any changes are there, because I'm not.
I'll do that. By the time chat is asking what is the format, see, we have 2 tournaments. We have a rapid tournament first, that is separate for men and women, and then we have classical tournament. So basically, men and women rapid, we have the time control of 25 minutes plus 10 seconds per move, basically. So this is a separate tournament, and rapid tournament, we have only 2 players from each country participating. So from India, it is going to be Vidit Gujrathi and Arjun Erigaisi. And among women, we have Humpy and Harika playing. So we have totally 9 rounds, I suppose, Niklesh. 2, 2, 3, 2, correct?
Yes.
Yes. 2 rounds in the first 2 days, that is Sunday and Monday. And we have 3 rounds on Tuesday, and we have 2 rounds on the last day, which will be Wednesday. So
total
Wednesday
9
will
game.
Total 9 rounds. Wednesday will be the decider day of the medals.
And the interesting thing is the players is not so much players are there, I think. If you see overall.
Yeah, that is because we have the
maximum 30 players are there. So what is going to happen is
the number of players from each country. This is not an open tournament or an Asian championship.
No, so what I'm going to say is the interesting point is because this is a 9 rounds and player is only 30. So what is going to happen is that anyone who takes the lead first, it's not like that he will take the lead and everything is easy. No, because what is going to happen is all top players, I think, for example, Arjun. Maybe Arjun has to face Vidit also, Parham also, Amin also, Wei also. It looks like you are going to face all the top players. So this is after this going to become somehow is round robin also. I'm going to tell you because of the 9 rounds. Because if you put this tournament 5 rounds, even you will get the results because only 30 players are there. But 9 rounds, that means it's going to happen. For example, Arjun in the lead 1 point, but no matter what, he's going to face 4 point player, lesser point player. So this is going to be interesting, I think.
Correct. So now let us solve the mystery behind Arjun's game. Actually, you are right, Niklesh. What you got was the correct. I think it was some bug in Elite Chess. So let's load the game. Oh, the game has become very interesting. Let's go for that.
Yes,
Niklesh.
after G4, we saw this position F4, F5, and then Arjun exchange in the center, and his opponent exchange on G4, and then Arjun exchange on D6, and Queen arrived on the game, and Knight E4, and I must say that all the beginners don't try to follow Arjun. He's breaking all opening rules, but because he understands everything, if you will try, this is going to be dangerous for you.
Actually, the position has become very erratic. There are certain, coaches, they tell certain thumb rules about playing rapid and as well as playing against stronger players. When you are playing against a stronger player, you should try to complicate the position as much as possible. And if you are playing weaker player, try to keep the position as simple as possible.
As simple
This
as
is what
possible.
every coach will say.
Yes, yes.
But look at Arjun. This is typical Arjun. This is one thing with the younger generation who are going for the world crown today. I'm talking about Pragnananda, Gukesh, Vincent Kaimar, Abdul Sataro, all these young group crop of players. As I said in the beginning, taking a risk is a very natural quality for them. So I am not at all surprised that we have such a crazy position on the board. How many moves into?
It's just
We are
18
just
moves. And now, okay, opponent exchange G into H3 also.
Okay, this is going to be extremely difficult to give a idea about what is going on. Let's try to analyze a little.
But for
So we
example,
have,
after if I'm not mistaken, even knight F3 is coming, correct?
yeah, that was the point. Actually, he played triple O with the idea that if black plays C, black is also aiming to castle on the king side, the queen side now. So he
Yes,
has
we
to
just
move the
want to
bishop.
exchange on H3.
Exactly. So anyway, white was going to play H4 and knight F3. So he has taken GF3. I think this will be the right time. See, if you play knight F3 here, black might be able to take Hg2, knight into E5, Gh1 queen. That may be very dangerous for white.
For white, yes, yes.
If you take knight F3, then black can coolly play a move like bishop G4 and play triple O immediately. So actually, I feel that this is quite a critical moment
If
for
we go,
Arjun.
for example, here, if we go knight F3, here,
H into G2.
H into G2, and if we go, for example, knight into E5,
Gh1
Gh1 queen, and
yeah, what's happening now?
but what about knight check, knight F6, D6, anything?
Okay, knight F6 check is coming. That's very interesting. Let's go king D8.
Oh. Okay. What is happening here in knight F6?
Maybe you should try knight D6
Knight
check
D6,
here.
yes, knight D6.
So knight D6 check. The point is now white can play knight. Let us say if the king moves to F8, then queen F2 check may be dangerous.
Yes. And maybe he has to play bishop F5 something.
Yeah, now I can just coolly take
queen.
Rook to H1, knight into E5, and now I have
no, this is so much complication is going on here.
Let's think for a minute what is going on. Can I try knight into G6 check here?
Knight cross G6 check.
It's crazy.
I think this is maybe it's going to work, but this is a very complicated position. I think we need to think here.
Or maybe white needs to play knight F5 check. I never knew that commentary means you have to make so much quick calculations. Let's say knight
this
F5.
looks really.
I don't know what's happening.
Is really difficult to calculate actually. What about knight D7? Knight D7. Knight D7 check.
Exactly. Knight D7 check and rook H1 is just fine for black. Oh, white.
I think he has to go king here and then rook H1. Yes.
Now I can take rook H1. You cannot take bishop into D7 because queen F7 check is going. Can you show that also? Bishop D7, white has queen F7.
Nobody can here, and it's not possible to take this. Actually, the idea is to, I think, save the both knight and then capture the queen.
Checkmate, followed by checkmate, probably. But as Paul Kiras said, all long lines are wrong. So
no, but I'm thinking how to correct this. This will automatically correct.
Which one?
Okay, Arjun still didn't play, I think, his move. Okay.
Okay, sure.
No, because this is a different kind of broadcast now. So I'm thinking after I played the move, it's still this will work.
You know what? Arjun has played knight F3, Niklesh.
Yeah, there is no idea. Because if we take bishop H3, I think for bishop H3.
Just take bishop H3.
Uh, I think it's still knight f3. Okay, rook f3,
Rook h3. Rook
rook
h3.
h3.
Triplo will be fine for black,
And
I
maybe if he
believe.
castle, black will be fine. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that is why there is a need to act fast. That is why Arjun has played knight f3 instead of bishop and h3 here.
Mhm. I
So
think I
as I
must
said,
let me refresh once only this link. I'm little thinking what is happening exactly. Arjun
please
game. Ah, yes, Arjun is still is calculating. Still is
see,
calculating.
as I said, Arjun is basically taking a risk entering into this very complicated variation, but that's typical of Arjun.
He's taking
I
time
won't be
also now.
surprised if it is even part of his opening preparation still. Arjun prepares a lot deep in the opening.
Arjun is, and I'm also hopeful that if Arjun wins this game in a style like this will give him a good start for this tournament. Because Arjun is the kind of player I saw if he got very good start, he performed really well. Okay, this match is went up till Queen C7. This is I got it now. He played knight F3. He played
Yeah,
knight F3, and opponent didn't take H into G2, H G2, and he went back to Queen C7.
yeah.
So now, if we take Bishop H3, I think now you have to take Bishop H3. Bishop H3, Bishop H3, Rook H3, long castle. But now C5 pawn is hanging. So I think
See, the point I want to make here is that you see it from instead of seeing it as only calculations here, if you just see it from how the game is developing, if you see it that way, see, in the long run, black has a huge hole on the king side. The whole of black's king side looks kind of weak, and white has a pawn phalanx in the center. And I'm assuming that white is going to capture either the c5 pawn or the h4 pawn. So I have a feeling that already white is materially ahead. Yeah, so it is going to be a pawn up for white very soon after bishop h3
yeah,
now.
means start with so much complications and end up with maybe with one pawn up end game.
That's life. That's life. Actually, all that has happened. So bishop 3, rook h3, triple O has happened.
I
Okay,
think
looks like this game is going to be very, very favorable for India. Very, very favorable for Arjun. So
let's
maybe
see.
shall we want
Just
to
yeah,
with this game?
all the viewers, please forgive me. Actually, I'm also doing live after long time, and directly Sagar bhai put me in this main channel with English commentary. So I'm also a little bit nervous to switching things and searching things. So please forgive me. I think later on I will be better in upcoming rounds. So let's see what is happening here. Is this is the Vidit game?
Yeah.
So Vidit
So
is black, and what happened after Queen A1? We saw Knight A6, 7.
yeah, yeah.
But looks like black is also playing decent till now. He didn't give any chance to Vidit,
Hmm.
and somehow this pawns maybe some moment I don't know right now, but maybe in future able to boost those pawns because we
You
were
know,
expecting about F5 or something that didn't came till now, and already this.
there is this famous quote by Vishy Anand. Sometimes when you have to win a game which is difficult to win, it's like solving the Rubik cube, In the Rubik cube, sometimes you may get the four sides correctly placed, but the fifth and sixth side, typically which are opposite to each other, are not being placed correctly. Unless you mess up the first four sides, you will not get the fifth and sixth side ready. So sometimes, basically, in any sport, especially chess, you have to take a risk and try to go for an imbalanced position to force your opponent to make mistakes. So, I think Vidit has come in mind with such a strategy today. He is going out and playing. It appears to me to be a little risky to play this way, but he just wants a sharp position today on the board. He does not mind playing a passive opening setup like this from the beginning.
And this is the Humpy game.
Yeah.
Solid Humpy as always. And I think she is going to convert in one a very good endgame.
So we have a pawn phalanx in the middle. We have the E pawn, D pawn, and C pawn. So typically, this is always a big advantage for white in the Karlsbad structure. For example, E4 and E5 is a very solid configuration. The only thing which we have to be concerned is that white doesn't have the light squared bishop. See, for example, now if you play E4 and E5, then the bishop on E6 becomes very strong.
Yes.
So I would rather concentrate on playing E4, bishop E3, and C4 to get all the three pawns pushing.
And don't allow this bishop to improve. Yes.
I will aim for the D5 break in the long run.
Okay.
Yeah. So C4, bishop E3, E4, and then D5 will be a typical plan for white in this position.
Or first E4, then bishop E3, and then C4.
Exactly. Yeah. E4, bishop E3, and then
E4, and then bishop will come here, and then C4, and then you will look for the D5 to just neutralize this bishop fully. Yes,
correct. Yeah.
So friends, this is very good advantage to do commentary with experienced international master, and I'm going to learn also so many things in this live stream, I think. Okay, sir. So Harika, let's see what Harika is doing is. You know what I call this meter, Saravanan?
Yeah.
Dhokebaj meter.
My Hindi is bad, so
yes. Dhokebaj means someone is going to cheat you. So,
okay.
So I call this a cheater meter, you can say. Means
I'm still not with you. Understand? Explain to me clearly, more clearly.
Means I'm talking about this bar up and down, na?
Yeah.
So I call this a cheater bar. Means it's never going to tell you the exact what going on in game, because so many times Indian is not able to judge what is happening in the game, what is happening in player mind, and what practical chances on the board. So Indian will just calculate, okay, white better, black better, and so many viewers, so many beginners are there, so they say, oh, Harika is losing, but actually Harika is not losing. There is lot is going to happen on the board. So I told my viewers, don't believe in this bar.
Okay, there is no doubt she is having a little bit of a minus because, white has achieved D4 break. And I'm not very sure what is black's plan in the long term here. Playing F5 is dangerous. Knight F4, the knight on H5 coming to F4 is also kind of stop. So it is a little bit of a concern. So I think Harika will first of all diffuse the situation by playing knight E7 and exchanging of the knight on D5.
Right now, I think is white to move.
Yeah, I'm telling black's plan. I think she will aim to exchange off a few pieces before. Yeah.
So let's see. This is Humpy game and Harika game. I think Humpy is followed your first advice, and she already played E4. And then let's see what happened after bishop E6. She is going to after I think F6 opponent played F6. Is F6 needed here? Is F6 needed here?
That's what. Probably the black took it for granted that white was going to play E5. I think it was just a mistake. I think she wants to keep the bishop on F7. That is a typical plan.
If you play this and this, she will keep here.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, white has a large advantage. I am a little more concerned with Harika's position actually. Anyway, because white's pieces seem to be much more better than black's right now, and right now it is slightly minus for black. Okay, so I think we should now concentrate on the real action. Let's go for Arjun's game.
Arjun game, and Arjun, I think, is going to finish fast.
Yeah,
because
on the positive.
Two passed pawn, connected passed pawn in the center. Knight is beautifully placed. Already Arjun is pawn up.
Correct. And so this, I think, is going to end in a victory for white. Let's just calculate a little bit from this position.
Arjun played d4 right now.
Yeah.
And what should black play here? Queen f5? No. Queen. Where you will put your queen? Because you need to take care of this knight also.
See, the only way black can create
Queen is
counterplay here
coming.
is by trying to push the pawns on the king side. But unfortunately, you cannot put it in a square like g7 or f6 here because of tactical reasons.
Mhm.
I think he will go back queen c7. That is kind of only move here. Keep it very safe. Of course,
But
queen
what
c7.
about if, for example, queen e4 and for example Arjun will do nothing, just try to push his pawns in future, means just relocate this knight maybe. Oh no, but knight. What about? Okay. Knight cannot move because of king. Pawn
Possible
c4.
for pawn is
Okay.
hanging.
Okay,
See, let
so
us say I was expecting something like king b1 in this
king
position.
b1. Yes, simple. Yes, don't need to be do anything special, I think. But then black
Or
will start with g5.
okay, so g5 is a threat in this position. So to stop g5, maybe I start with e4 here
e4.
for queen c7. Is it
Okay.
possible to make moves on the
No,
board?
no,
That's what.
but I think we need to careful with queen into c5.
Not e4 directly.
No, I'm saying maybe opponent will sacrifice here queen into something like here e4, queen into c5.
No, Niklesh, what I meant was instead of king b1,
Okay.
direct e4.
Direct e4. Okay. Instead of king b1. Okay, just let me go back. Queen c7, direct e4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
See, at any point, I will not be afraid of queen c5, dc5, rook d2 because in such an ending, two rooks are obviously better than a rook and knight. At least rook and a bishop being two long-range pieces, they will have some chance against two rooks. But rook and knight generally is a very poor combination against two rooks in endings with imbalanced positions. So, see, now I have stopped your g5, correct?
Yes.
Now I'm actually threatening knight e6 here because after
One
after
minute.
queen c6.
Something. I'm just checking something has happened here because I received some moves.
What?
d4. He played direct queen into c5.
Is played already.
Yes. This has already happened.
I have a feeling, Niklesh, we are getting an analytical board only.
No.
We are not.
Because this I didn't do, and automatically this updated.
That's
This
what
variation I didn't played.
I understand.
Haha.
Basically, the links sent by Sagar, those moves happening, queen c7 and all. Anyway, so rook d2, rook d2. As I was explaining, this must be a straightforward win for white. This ending, I don't see much of a chance for black in this position. So let us say rook into d2, rook into d2. See, for example, if you try to unite your pawns here with the g5 after rook into d2.
Okay. And what about if we bring king d2?
When
Just
instead
now,
of rook into,
instead of capturing from rook, bring king in the center.
yeah, we can do that as well. Honestly speaking, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The point is, after let us say king d2, g5, rook g1. Now
Rook
it's
g2,
not
yes.
pawns are a strength at all. They are more of a weakness than a strength. White can just play a move like rook f3 and he is already winning.
I think this now. I think this is the Arjun takes with his king d2.
Yeah.
So I think after g5 maybe rook g1 and position is fine as we discussed.
Yeah.
So I think Arjun will convert this endgame, Saravanan, and he had enough time, I think, in clock.
Yeah.
Opponents have 5 minutes and Arjun had 9 minutes. So can we check Vidit game now?
Sure, please go ahead.
Okay, so here Vidit game is going on and okay, some exchanges already happened here. Bishop f5, queen c8, and opponent exchange the okay. So take and Okay, so he's sacrificed on e5 and then he's trying to recover here. Vidit played bishop d8, exchange here, bishop c7, c5, and Vidit played here bishop g4, knight c4. Taranji.
Yeah, let us have a look properly. See, after knight a5, queen c8, this 18th move, bishop into e5, looks a little bit of a desperate attempt for me. Honestly speaking, there was no need for bishop e5, I believe. If you go to that position, after 18th move, queen c8,
I'm there.
yeah, I was thinking even something like a queen a3 will do the trick. And even if he wanted to sacrifice on e5, it was more natural to sacrifice with knight into e5.
Yes, and
Not
keep your
bishop.
bishop. Keep your bishop and yes, into
Exactly.
e5, then d6, and then maybe the same variation. Uh, yes, in the same variation, this is going to be a very dangerous, na?
Yeah, so bishop into e5 is a very questionable decision in my opinion. So after bishop into e5, d into e5, d6, bishop d8, dc7, bishop c7. See, essentially what has happened is white has just exchanged a bishop for a knight. That's what has happened. The bishop on c3 has been exchanged for the black knight on e7. And of course, now you can win a pawn, the e5 pawn. Let's see.
Knight
Are
into
you there
e5.
with
I
me?
think is there is a problem after
The problem is after bishop e5, queen e5, rook e8,
or queen e6. Yeah,
or queen e6 directly. Yeah, both, or even rook e8 directly, either of that.
f4. Now queen
You can
b6.
check and queen into b4 as well. Yeah. Yeah.
So c5. He played c5. He didn't take the pawn,
Yeah.
and so with it, why not with it try here e4 also? Not possible. No, bishop g4, knight c4, and Vidit played e4 finally here. Now knight on d4. Vidit played rook d8 here.
Let us look at this game a little bit closer because things are happening too fast suddenly. See, somewhere around the 17th or 18th move, I would have preferred it if white had taken it a little bit cooler rather than rushing into action. So after bishop e5, d5, what we were analyzing just now, give me a second.
Okay.
Not getting moves on my board for some reason.
Now you get it?
Yeah, just hold on.
Vidit last move is rook d8.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, this I think, black has already kind of consolidated. It should be fine in this position.
Okay, so many people are asking about why Prague is not playing in this one. So this individual section, any country can put only 2 players, and definitely, I think because of rating reason or something, I think 2 best players are there by rating. So as I know,
Yeah,
I think Prague rating is not so high in rapid.
I think
So
by rapid rating.
yes. So that's why I think Arjun and Vidit, the best 2 players in according to rapid rating, is playing for India in this section, and that is Arjun Erigaisi and Vidit Gujrathi.
By the way, if you see the clock timings here, what we are getting, white has 3 minutes on his clock compared to black's 7 minutes. So that's 6 minutes. That's a bit of a time advantage for Vidit.
I
That
played
is
against this boy Fahad Rahman. I think in 2010 I played against him.
generally, in rapid chess, they say the seasoned rapid players, what they adopt is more than how much time they have on their clock, they make sure that they will have a little bit more time than the opponent. Is a very, a seasoned rapid player's technique. So Vidit has about 3 to 4 minutes extra on his clock, which is a good strategy for him, I think, at this point.
What is happening? Looks like opponent clock is stuck or something.
The position, I think, is equal, but we are not getting the moves. Okay, he is not stuck. He's played just H3. He has played here.
Yes, he just played H3.
Yeah. Okay, the position is level. To be honest, there is nothing much to choose. I would have expected White to exchange on Bishop on G4, but probably he doesn't want to weaken his king side.
But after that, Bishop E2, for example, Knight E2 and Rook D3 could be interesting for Vidit.
Sure. Basically here, see, White has 2 pawns on the queen side, C pawn and B pawn. Traditionally, it is always slightly better for White in such positions to have a queenside majority. But the point here is Black has a bishop. Black has bishop and knight against 2 knights. So in the long run, it is going to be a struggle between White trying to use his pawn majority on the queen side and Black having a dynamic bishop. In the long run, I won't be surprised if Black goes for a kingside attack.
Yes.
Even with so many pieces left, so few pieces left on the board.
I think his knight, rook, bishop, queen, everyone can participate in the kingside attack. But because of White pieces position, White is not able to launch any strong attack against Black. So White has to rely on his pawns.
See, that's the point. You need long-range pieces in chess to do attacks. So that is why bishops are traditionally always more powerful than the knights in open position, because a long-range piece can do long-range things. See, for example, in this position, if the bishop on c7 wasn't there, if there was a knight on c7, White is completely better in this position.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So this long-range bishop is going to change, create some chances for bishop. And some people are missing my Hindi commentary. अंशुमन बिल्कुल करूँगा यार, इस मैच के बाद जो भी जीतेगा मैं हिंदी कमेंट्री पे वीडियो जरूर डाल दूंगा वहाँ पे. बट फिलहाल मैं सागर भाई ने मुझे जो ड्यूटी दिया है, आई हैव टू फुलफिल दैट ड्यूटी. ओके, एंड हियर ही हैज प्लेड H3. समवन इज सेइंग अबाउट हम्पी गेम. कैन वी चेक द व्हाट हैपेंड देयर इन हम्पी एंड हरिका गेम?
Please go ahead.
Humpy is solid as always. What happened after this? After f6, she played bishop g3, not bishop e3, knight g6, and then rook b1, queen d7, rook b2, f8. So she played queen e3, b5. But the timings are almost same, both the players.
Yeah, I am seeing that. Basically, this game is going to be a lot more difficult for Humpy to win, because I don't see a very clear way for White to play here. See, earlier when we were talking, it was important that the c4 pawn had to be advanced, but she couldn't advance the c4 pawn. So it's not clear here where White's break is going to come from.
Now break is not coming, yes.
We call this as hooks in chess. A hook is where you have a pawn exchange which will open up the position somewhere. If you see here, it is difficult to find out where White's hook is going to come from.
Okay. ज्ञानेश्वर पानीग्रही ने कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया. उन्होंने बोला कि when the team was announced in July, Arjun had 2700 plus in rapid rating. Vidit had 2680. Hari and Nihal were around 2660, 2670. Gukesh was 2629 and Prag was 2587. AICF sent top 2. वो जैसा हमने assume किया था, same like that. I think Harika game is going to be important, and looks like Harika in trouble in the round.
By the way, before this tournament, the All India Chess Federation conducted a training camp for all the teams, both the men and women team, which was held in Kolkata, and they had hired Boris Gelfand to train both the men and women teams. So our teams have gone to China after an intensive training camp with Boris Gelfand in Kolkata.
Harika had only one thing in her favor: time. An opponent is only 1 minute, so that is going to maybe create some chances. And first time I'm seeing some UAE player is fighting, and she's 1900 only, correct?
Yeah, she's 1900. See, one thing which is very prominent in this position is it's an extremely messy position. Okay. And in such a position, white's king side is a little more exposed than black's king.
Yes, yes.
In a rapid game, that matters a lot. By the way, Al-Serkal has only 1 minute, Niklesh. In
Yes,
fact,
yes.
less than 1 minute against Harika's 3 minutes. So Harika actually has a time advantage in this position.
And also Harika just offer his her rook actually. So let's see. Means these kind of tricks also work. You confuse your opponent, so put your more time.
And that has also won her about 30
if white take the rook, nothing is going to happen for white. I think it's fine, na? Bishop 8, rook 8, queen 8, and maybe you
I
can
would
close the diagonal with d5.
see after rook 8, queen 8. If you play d5, then e5 pawn is hanging. Yeah, queen into a8. If you play d5, the e5 pawn is hanging.
So yeah, maybe this is the Harika idea to put some pressure on opponent.
Actually,
She played rook 8 and
hold on, it's very complicated. After d5, queen d2,
this is showing
it is
here
a
the
double.
I'm not sure, okay, because we don't have any video visual, we don't know anything. So here Harika opponent's time is showing 0-0, but we don't know that this is true or what is happening.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay. I think, Niklesh, the second link you gave me, that comes without any analysis and all that. Maybe the second link you gave me is more reliable, I have a feeling.
Okay. Yeah, that is because that link is from directly from, I think,
To leeches only this issue is coming, I think. I think organization link, it gives only the game score correctly.
Yeah, but the point is where nothing bar will come and we are not able to analyze like this. We can't make any arrows, anything.
Ah, okay. I
So this is the
understand.
point. Okay, I think someone is saying Vidit is winning. This is going to be not Vidit is winning. Vidit won the game already.
Yeah, it's a checkmate.
So let's see what happened.
Remember what I told you? Black will get a kingside attack.
Yes. Oh.
There you
Vidit
go.
make one shot here. Bishop into h3. And I think that makes panic Mohammad Farhan Fahad. And that he played knight d6 with it took, and with it played e3, and this was a blunder. He need to defend his king side. He bring his queen. I don't know where he's going to. He's attacking the rook only. So what he missed?
Here after h3, bishop into h3. If you can go back a little. So bishop into h3, gh3, queen h3. Here, white played
Knight d6.
knight.
Right? That is looks
Correct.
good to stop the bishop.
Yeah, I think this position already it is in white's favor, black's favor. Here, white missed a very interesting move. If you go back after bishop h3, white had a much stronger move in knight b5 here. Now,
okay, here
bishop
instead of
white,
h3, yes.
After h3, bishop into h3,
Knight
white has a
b5.
fantastic move, knight b5.
Okay.
The point is, if you go back with the bishop, let's say you're just one a pawn, and if you want to go back with the bishop to e6 or so, now comes rook d8, queen d8, knight into c7, queen into c7, and queen a8 check. The point is, even though right now I'm a pawn down, after queen c8, which is the only move, queen c8, bishop c8, knight d6, I win back the pawn. Yes. After knight d6, and I'm completely winning in this position. So, bishop h3 actually was not a very, convincing move but I'm telling you, when you have only 2 minutes on the clock, it is impossible to see a move like knight b5.
And then look how he finished it actually. You have to see knight came and is bring checkmate.
Of course, this is just a massacre. So after knight
Vidit
d6,
wins his first game for India. in this Asian Games. I think first point for India, we can say. So
Shall we go back?
I hope my friends will update this. Please update Himank or anyone who's watching this. Abhyudaya, please update this. Vidit result is already 1-0 in term for if you are writing for Vidit favor. It's actually 0-1, but for Vidit, according to Vidit photo, I think is 1-0. The point goes to Vidit. And now let me see here Arjun game, and Arjun is finishing with his style. I think soon the last pawn, even he can take Rook A7 and this is a winning.
Yeah, this is a simple win. Let's go to Harika's game.
So 2-0 coming from the boys sections, male sections, and let's see Harika game here. And position is still not so correct. Good for Harika.
Okay, it was indeed the move which Harika played. Harika indeed offered Rook A8 sacrifice.
But I think the point is, I don't know how much time her opponent had.
Both of them have less than 1 minute according to the timer here.
Okay. But what is the last position in what you are able to see Harika game? Can you check it?
Okay, 22nd move, Rook A8 is what I'm seeing on the board.
This is still Rook A8. Still she didn't play her opponent.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see when update will come.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Abdul Sattarov already won his game against Nezat Hussain. He already win the game in only 20 moves. Only 20 moves he won the game.
Why am I not surprised?
There's nobody need to surprise. Abdul Sattarov is a really strong player, ex-world rapid champion. So definitely he's the hot favorite in this event, and he started really well. So
Abdul Sattarov right now is one of the global superstars among juniors. See, if right now, if we will predict that, let us name 3 players who will contest for the World Championship in about 5 years, definitely Abdul Sattarov's name also will be one of them, So we have Gukesh, Pragnananda, Arjun, Nihal Sarin from India. We have Abdul Sattarov, Sindarov from Uzbekistan. We have Vincent Kemar. All these are phenomenal talents who will definitely at some point will be at the world top elite. I have no doubt about that.
Okay, so Abdul Sattarov finished this game, and okay, again I think it's better to move for Harika game. What is any update is there? Sir, any update? Are you able to get? Okay, knight f6. What is happening here? What is this update I got?
There is something wrong here because
what is this game? Who's playing this game?
Something wrong with this.
That game was completely different. What we saw is totally completely different. No, they are again putting the move. I think maybe result had already come or something. Looks like they're putting the move again.
Yeah, what would have happened is sometime in DGT boards, because of the move not being very clear, DGT operator will go back and correct the whole game. So that is what is happening. So we can move to Humpy's game.
Let's see what will happen in the end, because maybe something they missed in DGT boards.
Yeah. Okay.
To request
Niklesh, I think finally Humpy has a clear advantage in the ending.
Okay, Humpy game.
I have a feeling.
Okay, they are still putting the moves. I think we will come back to the Harika game again, because they are still doing something there. So this is the position for Koneru Humpy, and the end game came. And as you know, in Hindi, कोने में घोड़ा काम करे थोड़ा, और in English, night on the rim is dim. Looks like that night is totally dim right now.
So basically, we are looking at white playing Rook f4 and trying to win the pawn on g4. It's not very clear because black also has targets to attack here. So let's say after a move like Rook f4 here, if black really kind of ignores it and plays something like can I play knight f7 or should I
Yeah, I
play
think he had to bring this knight to the into the game.
f7 rook g4?
Into g4.
Yeah. Now knight g5 is met with rook e2, which will be a sound pawn up for white. So maybe instead of knight f7, okay, all this happened, it seems, yeah? No, it didn't happen, sorry.
So friends, I must tell you that today's two games are there. At 2:30 there will be second round is going to start on 2:30. Rook f4, g4 pawn in danger. I think, but as far as Humpy experience, this is not going to be difficult. But I'm not sure about the timings they are showing. Chess clocks timings don't believe on uh, this display because I think this is not correct. Hu Ifan already started with first win. Okay, look at this is the position. I think this is okay for now. Much better than that position.
Okay,
Harika.
we are getting that Humpy has drawn the game already. Is it so? Was it
Okay.
agreed
No, I
drawn or
think
something?
that link will show you proper. Harika is still playing.
Okay, according to that link, also people are still playing. So I don't know where the chat got the idea.
Okay, now Harika exchange the
After
queen.
rook 4, I would put white's position as clearly better here. So anyway, okay, shall we go back to Humpy's game now?
There is no move. No, but why Humpy will take a draw this position? She is better, much better.
It's
Good
extremely
chances.
frustrating. Follow the game when the games are not coming immediately. Be very honest.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow they will improve little more. As you told me that they just prepare the website in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow will be little better in broadcast perspective.
Okay, shall we try to have a closer look at this Humpy ending, whether the moves are coming or not, and whether we are on the right path or not? Okay, according to Leeches, now it has happened. Rook into g4 has happened. No,
No. I think this
no,
is the
it's
last knight h8. And they're not showing anything after that. Even Harika game now, Humpy game, Harika game, they are doing correction.
see after h5, knight h8, rook f4.
1 minute, I will put Humpy game. Yep.
Yeah, sure. So after
Rook f4, I think is natural.
rook f4 is natural. I think white has already won the pawn on g4. So instead of sticking to defending the pawn, I think better for black is to create counterplay on the queen side with a5 here.
A5, try to, yes, bring after your rook.
Yeah, this looks reasonable for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let us say after a5, and if white captures rook into g4, now for rook into g4, I've got this move f5, which may be counterplay because black's rooks might get activated,
But after ef5, rook f5, bishop e5 is coming.
Yeah, so ef5, rook f5, bishop e5, rook e7. I'm threatening your h5 pawn. So let's assume white has to go h6 and now g5. See, this position may not be as easy as it looks. I'm not sure about it.
What about rook f2 here?
Yeah, rook f2, I take rook into f2.
Rook f2, rook g5.
And now knight f7. And actually white may not be winning anymore in this position.
King
No.
h7.
No. Rook g5, how is it possible?
It's possible now when rook into f2, rook g5.
You are taking direct rook into g5.
Yeah.
That's very clever. I didn't see that coming, actually. Okay, in that case, for rook f2, let me go rook e f7 first.
Okay.
Okay. So the point here is to defend the g5 pawn.
Mm-hmm.
That allowing f5 has allowed black a lot of counterplay in this position. So if you go back to a5 position, I would rather prefer a move like king f2, you know.
I think something is happening here now.
What's that? Oh my God.
What is happening here now? This is the position.
All this painstaking analysis and nothing happened ultimately.
But we did something, nah?
White played bishop d6. You
I
want to
think-
go through where we left?
I think looks like it's draw.
Yeah, this should be a draw, obviously.
But yes, bishop is there. Any mistake can create chances. But I think no. Knight is taking the light square, so you can't progress. This king is sitting here. You can't progress. Fast forward. But anyway. Can I check Harika game also? Because if they update like this, anything can happen.
Sure.
Okay. Look at here. Looks like even Harika can win this game.
Yeah, so it was indeed an exchange sacrifice, and many things happened when they were setting up the board again. So what is happening here? One problem for white is that he cannot easily
Harika
push
is winning now.
one. Okay. I just
Opponent exchanged the rook. I don't know why. He missed it, I think. What he missed, I don't know. What is this?
okay.
But why
Be
opponent
nice.
has to exchange this? There is no
Yes,
other
less
move.
to 15 seconds. If that's the case, obviously. You know, there is this famous quote about blunders. Blunders are there all over the world. Just
Harika won the
waiting.
game and Humpy won the game. This is our live broadcast results. Humpy already win the game. I don't know how. Let me check. What? Okay. So the same position was there. Ultimately, experience prevail. So
Oh,
come
black
back.
made a mistake of bringing the king to h3. I think that was the turn. Can you go back a little? Let us see where the mistake was made.
I think till here, no, not here. Before this was equal. I think she start pressing the king and pawn. I think that is the problem.
I think where black made the mistake was
I think the moment she praised the pawn, I think this is the blunder.
If you go to the 50th move,
50th
I'm sorry,
move.
not the 50th move.
52.
Around the 48th move, let us say.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere here, black went king h3, which is very confusing. I think this is where black lost the plot. But the problem is it a zugzwang? Because if the knight moves, white king goes to d4.
It's not easy, I think. So this is the position when she played king h3. Why she need to? I think
Exactly,
she can do one more thing also. Why she need to go down? Why not she keep her king here? King h5, king g4, or king here?
See, that's what I'm trying to analyze here. If you go king h5, let us say king f3, king g6. I don't know if white can still create a zugzwang anymore because now black knight is free to go. So instead of king h5,
She went king h3.
Instead of king f3, I'm sorry. I mean, after king h5, king f3, the previous position.
And here also she came king g2. I think it's better to go back king g4 again. Do nothing.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to explain. So if you just keep the king on those two squares itself, I don't know how white can make progress. Let us say white goes king d3 here.
King
d3.
okay, king d3.
I go and attack your knight on a4. I think that's the only way that white can win this position. So king f3, king c2, king e2,
But
or king e4, either of that. Yeah, king d3. Now let us say king d3. No, don't advance d4. King d3. Even if white goes king e4, king a4, king d3, black plays king d3 here.
Mm-hmm.
king a4, king
Even king
c4.
c4 is even winning for black.
Not a loss for black at all. So I have a feeling it was a self goal by black somewhere else. Can we just see how the game finished for curiosity's sake?
Actually, no, what she did is she started giving check from knight, and then Humpy created hole for f4 square, and she then
Went king.
desperately played this move. I think here something is there.
This is why it was important for black to maintain his king on h5 rather than h3. Because when the white king comes to f4, he could have gone to king g6 in such kind of
If black play here king g2 and white played king into f5, I think it's still f3, g4.
No, this is a one position. This is already a one
d4
position.
is coming now.
Yeah. This is already a one position. Okay, I think all the games have finished by now. Right?
Yes, yes. So all 4 Indian players start with win, I think. I think any issue is there? Live is going on? All well?
Humpy won, Harika won among men games.
Next round will start 2:30, friends, and let's analyze some games, and then I think still half an hour break is there. So Saravanan ji will tell us maybe some story.
Did you see that the top board is a draw between Wei and the Singaporean player Raymond Foryun Sang?
Okay.
But I don't know the story there because it has been abandoned very early in the game. That's what my... No. It went on till a certain point. It went to an ending and drew. Okay.
Are you following this tournament? Which one? Yeah, Anand is playing.
Yeah, the Masters. Yeah.
Yeah, and Anand played the game against Wesley, so was amazing. It looks like these days everyone is beating Wesley so with attack. How this is happening?
I hope Wesley So won't hear you. Anyway, do you know one fun fact about Wesley So, Niklesh? Last time when Asian Games happened, you know where was Wesley So?
Philippines?
Yes, he has actually played for Philippines in the previous Asian Games chess tournament in 2010. That's a fun fact, actually. So if you go to Wikipedia and search for 2013 Asian chess, you have Wesley So playing for black pieces. Okay, so we have a break of another 45 minutes.
I'm saying, so I'm happy for his decision to play for United States now.
You meant to say, okay. Philippines gain is Philippines loss is India's gain.
Okay, so all games win. Let me see. Oh, Parham Maksudlu game draw. Round 1.
Okay, shall we have a roundup of all the games if you don't mind? Some of the interesting games.
Yes. Why not? So this is the game of Wei. He draw. Can we check the last position his game?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, please go ahead.
This is the last position where they accept a draw, I think, after white knight b3. And
yeah.
I think, yes.
Actually, the interesting moment came at 28th move, queen e4. Can you go to the 28th move, please?
Okay, yes. Queen
See, it
e4.
was it was a symmetrical game with just the d file open, and this was the most interesting moment in the game where black played a4 here. 28th move, black's move was a4.
Okay.
So here, BA. See, this is a very rare thing. Generally, in such positions, you never compromise your pawn structure. But the problem here is, let us say white does not play BA, plays a move like, let us say, bishop c1 or something. After ab3, now black has a weakness which he can attack with knight a5. So here, Raymond took a very pragmatic decision to take BA. So after BA, knight a5, actually it's very interesting. Why not queen a8 check in this position? Queen a8, bishop d8. Now white has queen a6, let's say. The point is I'm trying to play queen b5 here, correct? You cannot take queen into a4 because queen c8 is a major problem.
Yes.
So, the joke is sometimes when you try to overstep and win a game, you get into trouble. I think this was one of those classic cases by Wei playing a4 here. But the problem is the white player, Raymond, did not trust his position. He played 30th move bishop c1 instead of queen ah. After bishop c1, Wei played queen c6 check. Actually, this was a winning position for white. Queen c6 was a blunder. He should have played queen c8 or queen a7. After queen c6, knight c6, bishop e3, king f8. Now, white has a straightforward win, path to the win with knight d2 first.
Yes.
If you take knight into e5, I play a5 and it's winning for white.
Yes, because later or sooner this c5 pawn will collapse also. And this
I have an a passer and your c5 will also fall. So actually, Wei escaped from defeat today. Very interesting. Yeah. Niklesh, if you don't mind, I want to analyze that interesting moments of Arjun's game which we missed in the middle.
Yes.
So let's go to that complicated position after knight f3, queen c7. That is the 20th.
Knight f3, queen e7, correct?
Yeah, the 20th move, rook, yeah. Queen c7.
Yes, here. Yes, this was we are analyzing, yes.
Yeah, this is what we see here. It's very curious. Black played triple here. Okay. Now, shall we ask the chat? Chat, can you tell us who is better in this position? Is white really winning in this position? That's what the sidebar says. But white is he really winning? This is very important. In such cutthroat games where there is a lot of calculation involved, and especially when there is rapid chess, you should never believe the analysis bar. Niklesh bhai, aapne kya bola? What did you call it as?
I said dhokebaj meter, cheater meter.
Dhokebaj meter.
Dhokebaj
Please
meter.
do dhokebaj meter because many positions, there will be only one win, only one move, only one path to a win. The shorter the time control is, it is the more difficult for players to find that one win. This is one of those typical positions. So here, white played knight c5. Yeah?
Yes.
And black played knight e5 and lost the game here. Let's go through. I'm sorry. After bishop h3 and all that.
Bishop h3.
Bishop h3, bishop into h3, rook into h3, triple, knight into c5. Here, black played knight e5, right? So knight into e5, queen into e5, d4. This is what happened. Here, instead of knight into e5, Niklesh, yeah, here let's try rook h5 for black, for example.
Rook h5.
Rook h5, yeah. It's extremely difficult to win this position. There is only one way to win this position. See, what is black threatening here?
Knight
black
e6.
is... No. I think we got the position wrongly, Niklesh. What I'm trying to say is...
okay, here somewhere?
Knight is still on E. After 22, knight c5.
22, knight c5. Okay. Here,
Knight c5.
rook h5.
Here, rook h5, yes.
And then knight e6.
That's not the question.
Okay, queen d7 is there.
Yeah, queen d7 is possible, right? Hold on. My computer is playing tricks on me. Just give me a second.
So those who just joined the live stream, all the Indian players in men's, Vidit and Arjun, and in women's, Humpy and Harika, they all win their first round of the game. So this is the good news. Everyone had good start. Even Humpy and Harika games was not so easy at all. Even Humpy game was almost draw. Harika game was almost losing, but they recovered and win the match. Vidit game was also a little tough, but Vidit attack, I think, brilliantly and win the match. And Arjun was so clean victory. Not so clean, but Arjun side is very clean. Interesting game this way.
Yeah, I would like to see that. See here, there is only one way to win, and you have to play a high power move in this position for queen d7. You have to play knight fg5. So as you have put it to the arrow, the queen on d7 is pinning the knight to the rook on h3. White cannot take knight into d8 because of queen h3. There is only one way to win, which is knight fg5. Okay. So first of all, white has to find knight e6, and then after queen d7, he has to find knight fg5. Now let's make it very complicated. Let us play knight e5 here for black. So Niklesh ji here. So the first question is, what happens to knight d8? For example, after knight d8, rook into g5, it is gloriously complicated, this position.
Yes.
Amazing complications. I don't think even a strong player, Arjun, with so much of an opponent advantage in terms of on the paper rating, will be able to find the most efficient way to win this position. It's not very easy at all, See, this is the beauty of rapid chess. Please don't go by the sidebar. Start analyzing the game yourself. Try to find the calculations yourself. You'll go crazy. Trying to find the best move in every position is not at all easy, and especially in a rapid chess game, So this game was very, very interesting for me. It's very sad that black went for that queen into e5, and I honestly don't know why he went for the double rook against rook and knight endgame here.
Yes, and
yeah, I just don't know why queen into e5. The better practical chance was to go for this complicated variations, Yeah. So this is one I wanted to see. Any other game caught your... we didn't see Harika's game, how it transformed, no? After the exchange sack. Maybe we should go back to that.
Harika game. Yes, Here is Harika game. I think they put everything after that. So after that exchange, in that position, Harika offer the exchange here. Here she... No. Oh, this is totally different. This is totally different compared to that one.
Oh, so that means all the exchange sack thing didn't happen, is it?
No, exchange sack happened. I think after that something happened. I don't know.
Okay, let's go.
Here she give the exchange.
So we are talking about which move is that? No, Niklesh, where she gave the exchange? Much later. Rook a8, which we saw didn't happen, correct?
No, it didn't happen. She gave exchange on rook c3.
Okay. If you don't mind, in this game also, the most interesting part came on the 26th move f4, if you can go to that point. 26th move f4.
One minute.
Yeah, sure. Please take your time. This is always very interesting after, as a coach, I found this very interesting. This is called as reading a game. You go back through the whole game and then you try to find those moments which are the most interesting in terms of decision making. How each player made these decisions. See, after f4 here, now white is threatening f5, correct?
Yes.
So actually, white is clearly better here. Harika was under real pressure in this position. Okay. Now she f5 here to stop black from playing f5.
I think it looks like this f5 is force move. Otherwise, game will be very difficult for black.
Correct. Now I'll ask you a question. Obviously, now black has almost stopped white's play on the king side with f5 here. And white still tried to go to complications with bishop f2 and all that, okay? Now, very interesting. After the move played bishop f2, let us say if black starts attacking here with fg4, what happens?
fg4.
fg4. Instead of bishop e6, what she played in the game, Harika.
Okay, fg4 and then
fg4, hg4, queen c8. How are you going to save that pawn? So my point is, see, if you play a move like bishop e2, Okay. I have an atom bomb here. H5. Can you see my point where I'm going with this?
The position is getting
After
complicated, I
H5,
think.
H5, GH5, Bishop H5, Bishop H6. Suddenly, if you see both kings are open, and earlier position, it was only black who was under pressure. Now it is white also who is under pressure, because at the cost of sacrificing a pawn, I have made inroads. And the main difference is that black has more pieces attacking than white in this position.
I think after this rook will join in any moment. Yes.
Hello?
I think I'm saying even the b6 rook can join
I
on
lost
attack.
your voice. Just give me a minute. I'll fix your voice.
Okay,
Just a
okay,
minute.
okay, okay. So friends, here the news is in the first round Asian Games, all the Indian players scored the
Sorry.
victory. Humpy, Harika, Vidit, and Arjun. They are playing the individual section, and all four scored the victory in round one. Saravanan
Hello.
Okay, no, I
Can you
think
hear me?
that is possible only in screen sharing. Okay. I will take a 2-minute break, and if you want to reply the chat for a few minutes.
Hello.
Hello, are you able to get my voice?
Yeah, I'm getting your voice.
I'm
Tell
saying
me. Go ahead.
if possible, I can take few minutes break only, and you can reply to the chat.
Yeah, I'll just analyze with the chat. You can go ahead.
I just come back soon. Just
Sure. So someone says, bring the dokebaz meter on. I thought that's what we were trying to do. This especially, I really enjoyed this FG4 attack actually. Manal Shah says, loving your insights. Thank you so much. We want Sagar commentary, says Krishna Gopal. Yes, Sagar will join us hopefully someday, but not today. Sagar is very busy with Levito commentary, Levito Masters. So let us have a recap of what has been happening today. So basically the Asian Games, there are two different format of competitions, that is the rapid chess and then the classical chess. In rapid chess, we have two players from each country playing for the medals. So from India, in the men's section, we have Vidit Gujrathi and Arjun Erigaisi playing. And in the classical section, they will be joined by Pentala Harikrishna, Pragnananda also. And of course, Vidit Gujrathi is in the rapid section also. And in the women's section, we have Koneru Humpy and Harika who played for India today. So all four of them have won the first round, and the next round will be played at 2:30, basically. The games can be watched. Someone's asking me where will be the games can be watched. Please Google for Asian Games 2023, and for there follow the discipline chess. And on the chess live page, we have the live games being broadcast there. You can get it from there. So someone wants a fun Vishy story, please. Okay, instead of a story, I'll give you a quiz. You know, Vishy Anand has played in the Olympiad. Not the chess Olympiad, real Olympiad. Don't Google. Tell me if any one of you know which Olympiad did Vishy Anand play and how, in which capacity. Of course, chess only. Vishy Anand is too old to pick up another sport and become a world champion today. I'm just kidding. So, which Olympiad has Vishy Anand played a chess game? Can you tell me, guys? Nobody? Mathematics, no. Mathematics doesn't happen in Olympics. I'm talking about real Olympics. Just like we have Asian Games now, you are the Olympics, right? That one. 1986, no. Thank you, Shashwat. Thanks that you didn't know. Yeah, it's a nice trivia. There was an Olympics in Australia. I think it was somewhere in the 90s. Let me put out. I think it is 2000 Sydney. Yeah. So 2000 Sydney Olympiad, they had some idea of, it was not 2000, it was much before that. They had some ideas of integrating chess into the Olympiad. Okay. So Vishy Anand and Alexei Shirov were asked to come and play a rapid match with each other as a demonstration sports in the Olympiad. Okay. Actually, that was the reason why in chess subsequently the doping tests happened and all that, because at that point the FIDE was very interested to integrate the Olympiad chess with Olympiad, but ultimately those things didn't happen, and we had to go through a lot of hassles for doping test and all that. But as a start of that, Vishy Anand and Alexei Shirov played a match with each other. I'm just trying to check the day, year. I don't want to rush into telling it was Sydney. It was Australia. So I'm trying to see which which Olympics it was. Yeah. So yeah, I'm telling you Olympics. I'm not talking about Olympiad here, Shayan. I am talking about Olympics, Olympic Games, Summer Olympic Games in Australia. Anand and Shirov played against each other. I'm not talking about the Chess Olympiad, which happens every 2 years. Okay, so this is a fun story of Vishy and the Olympiad. So we are waiting for the pairings for the next game. If you want more clarity, I'm trying to find that exact year when Anand and Shirov played that Olympic. 1998, no. What are the qualities you think Vishy has that the other world champions lack of? So let's learn. If we start talking about it today, we can talk it the whole day till the end. I'll come back to it if there are no different questions to interest us. I'm just kidding. You know, this is another thing. Yeah, maybe I can tell another thing here. For example, Olympiads, all these rapid games, if Vishy Anand had been playing today, we would have had one medal definitely guaranteed for India. This is a nice story I can say. You know, in the middle of 90s and then into the 2000s, we had this knockout world championships. And in knockout world championships, if the match score is tied at 1 each, then FIDE resolved it by playing rapid games. So at that time, you had the choice of choosing the first game, white or black yourself, by a toss. So they asked Barev, who played against someone in one of these rapids, why did you choose black first? Why did you choose white first? Some questions like that. He said, okay, I chose white first in the game because of blah, 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 and all that. Okay, if it had been Vishy Anand, what you would have done? Barev's brilliant answer was, I would have just resigned. There is no point in playing that match because you know that you cannot beat Vishy in a rapid chess match. You know, we are talking about rapid chess here, rapid chess in the Olympiad. All of you, if you are interested, why Vishy Anand is a genius in speed chess. There were this challenge matches of Vishy Anand held in Germany, but so then challenge matches. Anand played Shiro, Liko, Polga, Timman. All of them Anand played in Germany rapid games. If you go to those games in any database, and if you uh, just see the victory in many of these matches, it used to be humongous, like 4.5, 4-2, 5-1. This used to be very normal matches in normal scores in these matches. It showed that at the time, unfortunately, Gary Kasparov never played him. We were all at the time, yeah, it was held in Mainz, by the way, Mainz, Germany. At that time, we were all, really hungry for a match between Kasparov and Anand in these matches because Anand was steamrolling everyone year by year. It was organized by one of Anand's friends named Hans Walter. Hans Walter Schmidt later on became Anand's leader of delegation in all Anand's World Championship matches. So in these mains classics, he was the organizer, and they managed to invite everyone but for Kasparov. Ivanchuk was also there. Go to these matches, see the games played by Anand, see the victory margin. You will understand why. At his peak, Anand was probably the best rapid player in the world. I would stick my neck out a little bit and say that probably he was even better than Kasparov at that time. Okay, so we have Niklesh back. Bye. Let's get back to business.
Okay, so next round is going to start in 18 minutes. And before that, even we will take 5 minute, we will take 5 minute break. So we will continue do for that commentary. So before that, I think you need to finish one match, na? Saravanan?
Yeah, this Harika game, I would like to show a little bit more of fun. So this one moment I wanted to show you where Black missed attacking. She could have attacked if she had sacrificed upon herself. Later on into the game, go to the 30th move. Go to the 29th move, knight e7.
Knight e7, yes.
Yeah, see, this position. See here, it's entirely puzzling here why white played g5. Because, see, the whole idea of white was to attack on the king side. But after g5, okay, Harika took g5, h5. I was actually hoping for h5 here to shut down the king side fully. See, this is the moment where, we say this in chess, intent of a player. Let us say there is a young talent. There is a young talent which is emerging, which is slowly becoming a big talent and all that. From the beginning, coaches, talent is there everywhere. But what a good coach, a strong player will always look for in a young talent is intent of the player in each and every position. This is a position where g5 should never be played. They say no. Every Russian schoolboy knows. It is obvious that white cannot take g cross f5 if you go one move back instead of g5. Yes. But the point is, I will not allow that possibility in future to slip away playing g5. I will play queen d2. I'll try to play some moves like rook c1. But I will keep on hoping for an opportunity to play gf5 and open up the king side here. I think, this is where psychologically white tripped in this position. Yes, whenever you analyze, sorry?
Yes, go on.
whenever you analyze a game, these are the things that if we look for, we will learn how to enjoy chess even more. Where a position tripped in terms of psychology rather than technically the evaluation of the position. Yeah, Niklesh, you're trying to say that.
This is I think great knowledge for everyone out there, and this is amazing. Even I'm training with kids, Saravanan, and
Oh,
what you are saying is really remarkable things, because this is the point where player really take himself or herself to the next level. Are you able to try for go for a winning, or you want to just okay save yourself, play g5, don't worry, opponent will play h5 and I will be safe, or nothing will happen now? Keep your chances. Maybe it's risky, but keep your chances.
correct.
So this is
Yeah.
important. It's really, really amazing. And anyway, Harika amazingly come back and she win the game. And this is was, I think, same thing what Saravanan ji is saying is the intent. Harika intent was to find the winning, and she tried till the end. And I think the end was very funny. Her opponent
Yeah.
blunder, I think, that position.
One
Oh,
man's tragedy is another man's fun. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And this pawn came here, and two rooks are there, but they are doing almost nothing. And knight is doing knight. Okay, here you can say, okay, here you can put another theory. Actually, Harika knight is not 3 point knight. It's already equal to or even better than rook. And that's why these pawns you can count as a piece also. So Harika already in good shape. Okay, so what we will do, Sarvananji, we can take 5 minute break both, and
Sure.
then we'll come back just before the, because I have to set also these things, this next round things. I'm not sure how the next round will come. I
Sure.
will coordinate with team and we will come back soon. Friends,
Sure.
next round today. And today there is 2 round only. Tomorrow also 2 more round. And then third day means on Tuesday, there will be 3 rounds. And the wrap, this individual section last day will be on Wednesday with 2 more rounds, and the 9 rounds total tournament is there. So me and Sarvananji at least promise you to continue with this individual section. Uh, and maybe we will be there and India is going to win some medal. So we'll come back soon. Wait for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
So hello friends, I'm back now, and soon the round 2 will going to start for Asian Games 2022 or 2023 you can say, because ये गेम पिछले साल होने वाला था 2022 में, बट ड्यू टू सम रीज़न दिस इज़ नाउ हैपनिंग टू 2023. सो इसीलिए वो जो लोगो लगा हुआ है वहाँ पर 2022 जो है वो लिखा हुआ है. So now we are going to start soon. I think Saravanan ji will join us soon. But anyway, I'm going to show you the pairing. I received the pairing. So I will show you the pairing. 1 minute. So here, women's pairing, I will show you. So men's pairing is there. I think even from second round, you are going to see some interesting games. You're going to witness some interesting games even from the second round. So here is the pairing with me right now. You can say the women's section pairing. This is the women's section pairing here. Baktiuk Mungultur, जो कि मंगोलिया की player is, he's going to face Hui Fan, and Humpy is now board number 2. She's going to play against Pham Le Thao from Vietnam, and okay, Saravanan ji is also here. Welcome back, Saravanan ji.
Hello.
So this is the
Meet
pairing.
again.
Are you able to see in the screen?
Yeah, sure.
Can make it little more big for viewers. I think. So Harika is going to play against. Can you read out the name for me? Gong Kin Yun.
Gong Kian Yan
Yan Yan.
of Singapore, rated 2285. And she is Harika is white. Humpy is playing black against a Vietnamese player, Pham Le Thao Nguyen. So Pham Le Thao Nguyen with a rating of 2337. She's an international master. So Humpy is black against an international master from Vietnam. Harika is white against
Women
woman
Grandmaster.
grandmaster Gong
Singapore.
Kuan Yan from Singapore.
So this is the women's section pairing, and if we look at the main section pairing, the main section pairing, yes. Abdul Sataro already, look, this is here is already board number 1 is not so easy. Renat Jumaviev.
Okay.
Kazakhstan
That's
versus
interesting.
Uzbekistan.
So already a grandmaster versus grandmaster. Oh, there are many. Niklesh.
Many.
Arjun is also playing a grandmaster from
Vietnam.
Can you make it a little bigger? Vietnam. Yeah. He's playing Lee Thuan Min from Vietnam, rated
Here I can make it full big for people.
2497. Yeah, so he's a grandmaster. So we already have many grandmasters and grandmaster pairings. We have Jumbaye versus Abdul Sattarov on the first board. Vidit Gujrathi is playing white against international master Nogarbek Kazibek of Kazakhstan. Arjun Erigaisi, as I said, is playing Lee Thuan of Vietnam, grandmaster with 2497. And then we have Tabatabai with black against grandmaster Priyas Moro Novendra of Indonesia. So that is another. And down below on half a point, there are more grandmaster pairings. Param Maksudlu of Iran is playing against Rehman Song, grandmaster from Taipei, Chinese Taipei. So a lot of interesting pairings again. So I think the game should have started by now.
And the important, I think I have to check those links actually.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah, the games have started.
Did you see?
Yeah, I can see from the live relay, not from leeches. The games have already started, actually.
Okay, no, but how to get for me?
I will give you here in chat
1 minute,
in
1 minute.
Zoom connection I'm giving you. Just try this, but you won't get your, okay, I'll try in leeches for you,
1
correct?
minute,
You
1
want in
minute.
leeches.
Uh,
Any luck?
just 1 minute. I'm checking.
Sure, sure. Take your time, take your
No,
time.
they are saying I have to maybe ask Sagar.
So I can talk a little bit about
Yes,
game
yes, yes, yes.
as you're doing
Meanwhile,
the
you can talk to
adjustment.
them and I will fix this.
Yeah, sure. Please do that.
So,
So Vidit Gujrathi is white, and it has just started off as a quiet Queen's Gambit declined. Arjun Erigaisi is black, and he has already gone for a complicated variation in the Ragozin defense of the Queen's Gambit decline, or you can just call it as Ragozin defense. This is very interesting. In rapid chess, it is better to keep things simple. As games become shorter and shorter, it is better to keep things simple. But when you are so well prepared, like Arjun, you can afford to take risk and go for sharp lines. And even more interesting is, higher the level of players, they have separate repertoires. They have separate opening systems to play in rapid chess and blitz chess. And if all of you were following the World Cup broadcast, after defeating Arjun, Pragnananda had told that it is especially difficult playing against Arjun because Arjun has separate opening repertoire for blitz and rapid, and he is very strong in that. So, this is something very interesting to follow Arjun's games in rapid chess and blitz because he is going to come up with a lot of surprises. For example, already he has won more than 2 minutes on the clock after the eighth move. Probably this was an opening surprise for his opponent. So this is Tuan Le from Vietnam, Grandmaster against Arjun Erigaisi I'm talking about. And what is happening in the women's game, women's rounds? So Humpy is black against Li Fan of Vietnam. And it's a Dutch defense. That's a surprise. Humpy has gone for the Dutch defense. Why is it a surprise? Okay, generally at this level of chess, in rapid chess, they don't play openings like the Dutch defense. But okay, here Humpy has a specific plan. She has gone for the uh, basically a very solid structure in the Dutch defense. So maybe that was her idea. So this is Humpy versus Lee Pham. What about Harika? Harika is white. Harika has gone for a ready setup with white pieces. As I said, keeping it simple types. There is an old story behind this. Very long ago, Anand lost a very short game to Gata Kamsky in this same variation which they are playing. Once we get the live relay, we'll be able to explain more to you. Very interesting.
just I'm trying to fix it. Give me just some more time.
Sure, sure. Please go ahead.
Because this time is little different. Okay. Okay, now. Round is already started actually.
Yeah, yeah. I've been talking about the games already, right? So
I'm not.
Okay. Humpy has gone into a Dutch stone wall. That's even more interesting. Where exactly are you looking, Niklesh?
No, actually, I'm just putting the round actually there.
In
And
leeches, you mean to say?
yes, in leeches actually,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not able to get the next round actually link.
Okay.
So, are you able to see anywhere else they are doing live? No.
I just gave you the link in chat in Zoom.
No, that is actually normal. That
Yeah,
I have
regular
actually.
live. Yeah. Oh, you mean to say, okay. I understand what you're saying. Just give me a second.
Hmm.
Broadcast. I think the round 2 is not there in bleachers. You may not have a choice, Niklesh. I think you might have to pick it up from the original
No, it's
broadcast only.
maybe Sagar is helping me.
Ah,
So
okay, sure. Okay.
soon maybe I will have link.
Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out this. The problem is actually, friends, they are not doing any live streaming in any official chess channel. It's like Lee Chess, chess.com, anywhere is not there. Play chess. There is no live games anywhere. So somehow we are arranging, and
Uh-huh.
but as the game of chess, not every time everything's work correctly. So let's see. I think soon we will have. Just
So
trying to
whether
find
he
out.
is there in commentary or not, without Sagar, nothing happens here. So it is
Yes.
Sagar who is helping us again.
Sagar, we need Sagar always.
So meanwhile, let's get to what the chat is telling. Chat, please bear with us. This is a technical glitch we didn't expect. So please bear with us.
I will try to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. This work.
So chat, yeah, actually this is not a team championship. So these are individual players playing as a team in a rapid tournament. So both the Indians won the first round games. That is Vidit Gujrathi and Arjun Erigaisi are playing in the first round. I am seeing the moves director cop. There is a website of the Asian Games official website. It's not a chess website. Asian Games official website. If you Google for and then go to the Hangzhou Asian Games, there you will find the discipline chess. There you get the links to the games there. Clear?
I'm trying to do, but still not
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
fixing. Otherwise, I will show them that one. Means at least that live source we will show.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. So go to Arjun Erigaisi's game. It's very interesting as usual. So this is from Live Chess Cloud, what we are getting Arjun Erigaisi's game.
okay, we will do meanwhile that one, I think. Oh, okay, I
You
got
got it?
something. I got something for women's at least.
Great. Go ahead.
So okay, so
Oh,
I
I got
think
it
what I
too.
did, it's work. So just give me one more minute.
Yeah.
The only thing what I did is I put in men's and women's, so no problem. That is
Mhm.
not a problem. I will use the another link. Just 1 minute, friends, and all will be solved because I know the method. So as you see that whenever you are in problem, you can learn something new. So I just learned something new.
So as long as we don't have unsolvable problems, we always learn.
Huh?
As long as we don't have any unsolvable problems, we always learn.
And mostly, I think in the world, mostly we have what do you think?
Solvable problems.
I think every problem there is always possibility of solve, na?
Something interesting is happening in Humpy's game. In a regular Stonewall Dutch, instead of c6, she has played knight c6. This is interesting. I would
So I'm
love to
just
know
coming
what
to
is her
Humpy game,
thinking.
I think first.
Yeah, go for
So we'll
that
see the
straight
Humpy
away.
game first, and I will switch from here to here. Yes,
Sure.
Humpy game is here. 1 minute. I have to do these things also.
So the most interesting thing, boys and girls, is the knight
Everything
is
is
on
set here.
c6. Great. So the knight on c6 is the curiosity. Why the knight is on c6? Generally, a pawn comes to c6. That's the point. So some time ago, I was talking about the separate repertoire, separate opening systems for rapid and blitz. This may be a typical example of that, It need not be an earth-shattering novelty or a new way. First of all, there is nothing like that which can be found in modern chess anymore that way. It can be just a small shift in the pieces where you put them. Okay. So here on the sixth move, Humpy has played the knight to c6 instead of pawn to c6.
Pawn to
Let's see
c6.
what is in her mind. That is one. And second thing is, instead of castling, which is always taken for granted, she has played knight e4 on the 7th. That is the next curious thing. Of course, we will never be able to guess it. We can only guess from how the game is going to proceed from here onwards.
I think after first game, every chess player, I think all the players are also will be little more active in round 2, because once you already played one game, you already did your day practice, and now I think Humpy is maybe playing little more, putting pressure in from start, I think, on farm.
There is a fun story. I interviewed Nihal Sareen a few years ago. So at the time, I asked his coach, Srinath, when Nihal was even a smaller kid. When I interviewed Nihal, he was about, let us say, 13 or 14 years old. And apparently, Srinath started working with Nihal when Nihal was about 8 or 10 years old. So what he used to do, Nihal will just get up from the bed, won't even brush his teeth, straight go to the computer terminal and start playing Blitz. I will not give him any coaching. I will just sit behind him and keep telling him small ideas in the games he plays. That's it. This is the way that, Nihal used to play chess. Okay, nice. Then I had a long, lengthy interview. And at the end of the interview, I asked him, so how do you relax after the end of day of chess? He says, I play more Blitz, that's all. So, for Nihal, warm-up as well as relaxation is both chess. So yeah, people would have warmed up, but there are people for whom chess is a relaxation also at the end of the day. Yeah, so let's go.
I think
Next game
something
to
happened here
Harika's game.
on the 1 minute.
Mhm.
In the man section, I'm still
Harika's game.
solving.
Harika has exchanged queens very early, and she has gone for a very solid setup in the reti without queens. That's very interesting.
Just 1 minute. Huh?
Arjun's game has already become extremely interesting. 12 moves into the position. What about Vidit? So Vidit is playing white against Kazibek Nogorbek from Kazakhstan.
Okay, women's already I solved, but men's I still struggling to fix it. Let's see. I think this will also solve.
Philosophically, they say the opposite is the more difficult,
Just
right?
give
It's
me,
difficult to solve women. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I can do one thing. Meanwhile, actually, women's will be in a screen at least.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I will solve this.
Harika's game is possible.
Should I put Harika game? Okay.
Yeah, Harika game. Yeah, because we've already spoken enough about this.
Yes, so you can discuss about this game. Harika is white, and meanwhile, I will try to fix this man's thing. Huh?
This is very interesting. Chat. Can anyone tell me why Harika exchanged her queen so early? Try to guess. Don't look at the chess part only. The non-chess part, why Harika has exchanged her queen so early? Anybody? No answer forthcoming yet. Anyone has a guess? End game. Okay, yeah. Basically, she is going for a what to say easier version. See, there is one thing about Harika. Harika is basically a very sound player. She is also psychologically very strong. She can play any kind of position. When you are playing for a medal, when you are playing in such important competition, such strong players basically play for two results. So this is the kind of position, the bishop on f5 in this position. This is a queenless middle game. There is a theory that the bishop on f5 is actually a wrong piece because it won't be able to do anything in this position. I mean, it's just a theory. I'm not telling us it's 100% fact. So Harika is playing a position where she wants to first eliminate the risk of counterplay for black. Yeah. So that is one of the reasons why she goes for a game of two results. So this is not probably planned or something. It just happened on the board. But it's very interesting to see how she approaches the game here. So as I was telling last time also, it is the non-chess decisions of a chess game which makes following a chess game very interesting. So this is one of those moments. It is better to go for endgame against weaker opponents, says Kamal. Not necessarily. This is another thing. As a player gets stronger and let us say a little older, they tend to avoid complications. There are two schools of thought about this. One, you shouldn't be avoiding complications, because once you start avoiding complications when they actually arise on the board, you won't be able to handle them properly. So to remain a strong player with your strength still being there in you, you should be able to play any kind of positions on the board, including complicated positions. So I wouldn't recommend that you have to go to an end game against a weaker player and so on. By the way, in this game, it is not a weaker player. Harika is playing another fellow grandmaster here, you have to remember. It is just a match strategy. That is how I would classify this as. So, Niklesh ji, any luck? What is going on?
No, still, but I hope soon.
Okay.
But anyway,
Sure.
meanwhile, we can see Humpy Harika game. At least we are able to see Humpy Harika game.
Okay.
Humpy played h4 here. Interesting. She's full on attack. Castle, knight e4, and then h4, and opponent played a3. She's now h4.
So now it's apparent why Humpy did not play castles. She wanted to play.
Okay, my luck
h4.
worked, I think.
You did? What was your luck?
I think luck work. So just what I need to do is to fix this. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. There is this theory about Dutch defense.
Yeah, it's worked now.
It worked?
Yes. Now we can see the Vidit game also.
You're a genius. So let's see from the beginning, yeah, with this game.
Now from
With
tomorrow, there will be no delay because now I know everything.
Thank you.
I hope
Let's go back to the Vidit game then.
Okay, so this is the Vidit game. From the start, we will look what happened from the start. D4, knight f6, c4, e6. Knight f3.
If you don't mind, just give this link to me by Zoom also. Let me also have a look at
okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, carry on. Yeah. Carry on with the game.
No, just let me send you first. So that will be you are able to see.
Yeah.
Saravanan ji. This is actually what happened is actually I'm becoming little slow in this live of these things. I'm not doing so
Finish
much
the
now.
thought. You're doing fine. So, yeah.
So I think I send you now both links so you can
Thank
check
you.
there also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so here, uh, Humpy, this is Humpy game and we are watching the Vidit game. Okay, so knight f3, opponent played d5, knight c3, knight bd7, bishop f4, d into c4 his opponent choose, and then Vidit played e3 and opponent played b5. So Vidit played knight into b5, knight d5. This game is going very fast, Sarvananji. Knight c3, bishop b4, a3. Here he actually, oh, wow.
I'm 100% sure this is all preparation.
This is queen d2, very good. And knight f4. And as Vidit want, I think position is little different kind of nature.
So,
Awesome.
as I was telling you, Vidit is becoming more and more universal over a period. So, this is neither tactical, but at the same time, it is not, strictly a strategic position. It's a very confusing position. I will put it this way. The more complexities are on the board, whether it is tactical or positional, that will be the real test of strength for both the players. So I think Vidit has gone for it purposely, this kind of a position.
And we can see clearly the two double pawns on Vidit camp already. F file and B file, and one single QGD pawn on D pawn. Still, position is interesting for white. So what should be the white plan here?
I think white will still go for the king side because the pawn on f4 is very tempting. If we can do something by pushing the pawn to f5, we can always tempt that. We can always try that. So typically moves like rook a3, rook g3, queen c3, queen h3, all these are in the air. My only worry is what to do with the b4 pawn because black is obviously going to come for knight d5 and so on here.
Maybe directly rook f d8, rook a d8, or no, rook f d8 he can come, sorry.
Rook f d8. Yeah, rook f d8, rook a3 was my point. So the idea is to play rook g3 and all that. So as I said, black's king side doesn't have a single defender. So it's very tempting. I have one attacker on e5, I'll bring the other attacker from a3, and I have half an attacker on e2 and d2, which can be brought to the king side. So, in fact, even rook f d8, you should be a little more careful, I think. I mean, you're taking a piece away from the king side. All in all, I would say white is slightly better in this position.
King is alone.
Always.
Okay, so we'll see the Arjun Erigaisi game. Arjun is playing from black, and in first shot, what I can see is Arjun knights looks amazing. Okay, here is also one QGD. What happened? Rook d1, and opponent he played rook e8, and now it's white to move.
Yeah, this was basically from a Ragozin defense. This is another interesting thing. The stronger a player is, the better he will be in handling imbalances. So what is an imbalance? A typical imbalance is a material imbalance. I have given a pawn sacrifice for the sake of two bishops and so on. Here, if you see, there is a minor imbalance. Black has two knights and a bishop against white's two bishops and a knight. So this is not a material imbalance. This is a piece imbalance. What kind of a piece you have? But of course, black's two knights are extremely dominating on c5 and d4. Yeah. So again, as I said, generally imbalances, if they are equal in nature, the better player will always win. They say about imbalances. So I think again, Arjun has chosen his chosen his opening line very cleverly, I think.
तो मैं हिंदी में ही बोल देता हूँ थोड़ा सा। सर्वानंद जी कुल मिला के बात ये बोल रहे हैं कि मैं बड़ा देर से तड़प रहा था, हिंदी बोल नहीं रहा हूँ ना मैं।
समझ गया।
So कुल मिला के बात ये है कि यहाँ पे अर्जुन जो खेल रहे हैं जो भी बड़ा प्लेयर रहता है, जो भी स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लेयर रहता है, उसकी जो समझ होती है मोहरों को लेकर के, जो कॉम्बिनेशन है डबल नाइट और बिशप का, और अपोनेंट को डील करना है डबल बिशप प्लस नाइट से, यहाँ पे वही ज़्यादा बेटर करेगा। जो एक्सपीरियंस के अलावा नॉलेज, जो बेटर प्लेयर होगा वो यहाँ पर ज़्यादा बेटर करेगा। तो ये ओवरऑल कहानी है। नाउ आई विल गो बैक टू इंग्लिश अगेन एंड looks like this game is, I think, just 13 moves, so it's just started. I think we'll check Vidit game again and go back to the Humpy and Harika game also, what is happening there. We'll check there. So, Koneru Humpy ji game, this is the most, okay, what is happening, sir? Look at here. Opponent exchange on e4.
I honestly don't know what is happening. This looks not like a good exchange for white, See, after d4 here, see, knight on e5, if you put the knight on e5, and after knight into e5, d5, the pawn on e5 is weak. If you go knight d2, then there is absolutely nobody on the king side to defend easily. I think white is already in some kind of a trouble here. This is another interesting thing. What Humpy did, oh my God, look at that a5. One by one, Humpy is playing all kinds of unexpected moves with black pieces, It's a big surprise.
I think this match is going to be very interesting, and let's see Harika game, what is happening there. Harika.
Can you see that this is diametrically opposite? Harika with white pieces is playing patiently for a small advantage in a queenless middle game. Humpy with black pieces is playing dash defense and wait for the opponent's king. I love it actually. I love the contrast in approaches.
I think somehow, Asian games is something which give so much what to say, pleasure, what to say, happiness for Harika and Humpy. Why I'm saying this thing, I think I'm not able to find the correct word in English. This is my problem. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you go back little back and the 13 years back, the chess was not so much recognized. Means if chess World Cup, chess World Championship, this was not so much recognized by the government, but the government is still recognizing the Asian Games. So when 13 years back, Humpy and Harika wins the medal in the this championship, Asian Championship, Asian Games, that simply I think they got recognition by Arjun Award, and then these things they received by government. So somehow this tournament is really important in different perspective, and for India, for chess, if you say. So that's why I think maybe they are more inspired to play in this Asian Games. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, Mr. Saravanan. No.
Yeah, I got you. I got what you said. This is basically a big stage. Chess tournaments played between chess players is a different ball game. Being part of a huge, huge international global event like the Asian Games and the Olympics, and there being part of a chess team makes it a completely different equation. The inspiration itself is amazing. One of my friends, she was a table tennis player. So she had gone to the Sydney Olympics in 1996. After the Olympics, what was the most interesting experience happened to you? She said, I met Magic Johnson in the opening ceremony. Magic Johnson, the basketball player, So not just your sport, even exposure to other sports and playing alongside with great sportsmen of other disciplines, that's also very interesting.
Yeah, also I think this is also inspiring that all other games players are in the same time, in the same almost venue. This is also inspiring for, I think, Indian players. And right now, Dean to e4, I don't know any progress here, but let me check the Vidit game. Go back to Vidit game here. Something has happened here already.
Okay.
Vidit
did
played
not
rook.
listen to
Vidit
me.
here, what happened? Rook f d1, rook f d8. Vidit played rook a5.
I preferred the king side. Vidit prefers the queen side. And of course, Vidit is a stronger player. Maybe he's going by the 5th rank instead of the 3rd rank to the H file. I don't know.
But what is the meaning of this move? I'm not able to figure it out. What is this rook?
There are
FB8?
2-3 ideas. One is I'm planning to pressurize a7 pawn with rook a1. That is one. Second is, look at that rook. It is so dominating. It can go to c5, it can go to e5, anywhere if it wants. One more thing, it takes away that queen d5 square. Because with queen d5, black can come to g2, attack g2, right? So somewhere it takes away that square also. So I think it is a multi-purpose move.
No, I'm talking about this move of black. Rook fb8.
I honestly don't know. I'm just seeing that there is some chance that the b4 pawn can be pressurized. See, for
Okay.
example, here I play knight d5 and bishop c8. I don't know. Bishop doesn't belong to c8. It's difficult to predict, but I have a feeling it is something to do with the b4 pawn. It's a typical rapid move, Just play by intuition rather than taking too much of time to decide on what to do.
Okay, so opponent played rook f8 and Vidit took his rook to a5 square, which is very flexible to rook can go to c5, go to e5, control the d5 as Saravanan mentioned. And now we will look at to the Arjun game from black. And what happened after rook e8? Rook e8, opponent castle here. So knight e6 challenged the bishop. Bishop went to g3. Queen c8. Controlling c4, attacking c3 is happening. Yes. Rook c1. And now Arjun move.
Our friend Tanmay Srinath is on chat and he says Humpy has been experimenting with the Dutch even earlier in Poland, I believe. Yeah, there also. So Dutch defense from Humpy is not completely unexpected. Okay. Berlin, not Poland. I'm sorry, Berlin. Okay, I didn't know that. Thanks, Tanmay.
And rook c1. How to continue from black side, Saranji here?
Okay, white is basically itching to play c4 here to get rid of his weakness. And after c4, dc4, typically white will be slightly better because the bishops will be opened up. So honestly speaking, I think white shouldn't have any problems. But there is a tactic. For c4, I have bishop f3 and knight d2. So we have to calculate here, which is always very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Queen c6 is not possible because of knight e5. Maybe black is supposed to take bishop to f3 here,
In next one or two moves will be very important for this game.
Bishop.
He took f3.
He heard me. So
Yeah.
bishop f3, and my point was to play knight d1, knight d2 here in case of bishop and f3. So bishop f3, gf3. Now should I worry about c4 at all is a question.
I think I have to move this.
Maybe I can just take knight into g3 and it's just equal,
Knight cross g3. Okay, okay.
It's just equal, maybe. Knight cross g3, h cross g3, queen c6.
But what do you think in this position? C4. Arjun will exchange then, or he will play against double knight versus double bishop?
The double knight versus double bishop unfortunately here, there is no immediately a good move for black. See, if I play knight d2, which was my original idea, knight d2, black plays knight d2. Can you move the pieces or?
Knight d2, okay.
Yeah, knight d2, rook f d1.
Rook f d1.
Fd1. Now knight c4. This was my original idea.
Okay.
But the point is, white need not take bishop to c4. If he makes some moves like queen b4, I'm not sure. Very soon I will regret the bishop being still on g3. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I thought the easier solution was to take knight into g3 rather than playing knight d2.
Okay, so you want to just take knight into g3.
Exactly.
And maybe h into g3. Better.
H into g3. Now just queen c6.
Queen c6.
So as to keep.
And maybe he can go for endgame, na? But if you want to keep your chances, you should keep your queen. Otherwise, queen c5 is also fine.
No, I wouldn't rush into going for an endgame where you know this, right?
Yes.
Two rooks and bishop are a deadly combination in endgames. So two rooks and bishop against two rooks and knight will almost always be clearly better for white if it is an open position. So after knight g3, h3, I should definitely not go for an ending. See, there is some chance that I can probe your king side, For example, even more like knight g5. After knight g3, h g3, knight g5. Maybe interesting.
Okay, maybe he can create something on king side. Let's check the Vidit game.
Yeah.
What Vidit is doing. Vidit is white. And opponent played here rook a5, bishop d5.
So somewhere black is coming for the white's b2 pawn as we predicted. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes. He want to attack there.
Yeah. I'll also
But
get
what
your
now
pawns.
Vidit will play?
See, that's what now it's a little problematic for white, because if I play rook da1 and let's say knight c8, yeah, now white's b4 pawn is getting attacked and the a7 pawn is defended. It's not easy to defend the a4 pawn. There's a funny draw here, probably with rook 1 a4, knight b6 is a draw. Yeah.
Can he play rook c5?
Yeah, he can play rook c5.
Or b5? Just save the pawn.
Now my c4 pawn is attacked, is it? Okay, that's not possible then. Then maybe f6 is posed instead of knight c8 in that case.
Okay, b5,
Instead of
f6.
knight c8. No, not here. Before. Instead of knight c8 itself, maybe black.
Achha, okay. Here directly first f6.
Kick the knight away first, yeah. And
okay.
now try to play I
Where
think
will
knight
play
f3,
knight here?
f3, normal square. Yeah, g4 also is interesting. No, g4 you cannot come to e3 anyway because f4 will hang. So knight f3 is the only square.
Knight f3.
Yeah, now knight c8 back again.
Okay.
Yeah, rook c5, I think I can always meet it with rook b7 here.
If we go rook c5.
Rook b7. Bishop c4 is not possible because f3 is
Rook b7.
Yeah, rook b7, yeah. So my idea is now it is play rook a8 to b8 and attack the b4 pawn. So can you see, this game is a dance between white attacking black's weaknesses and black attacking white's weaknesses. So it's a highly complex struggle. I will predict here that this is Vidit's favorite kind of chess, and this is basically where Vidit is very strong. So I think Vidit has a good position in terms of what he likes to play.
Let's see. Vidit is still thinking. And can we go again? Humpy Harika game. Koneru Humpy from whites is playing amazingly, but I think game is still not updated after knight e4. No, how this is possible? I think something is wrong here. Can you check in your link also?
Sure, I'll do that.
Maybe I will refresh the link once. Knight e4 is lost. I think something is problem in women's board. Last time also this board was not working so proper. And this time is also Harika game. This is also same position. This is not moving
Humpy's
somehow.
Game has progressed a lot from what you have on the board. See, after knight e4, d4, knight d2, black has played hg3, hg3.
This is already move on here.
Humpy's game.
Okay, Humpy game. What happened already?
Knight d2 has been knight e4, d4, hg3.
No, what she played here? Knight
d2, knight d2,
hg3,
hg3. And now black played bishop f6.
Bishop f6. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the
Not
position.
clear what she is trying to do. No, more has happened. b4. And now Humpy goes g5.
My goodness.
Actually, g5, the idea is not to play f4, you know. The idea is to clear the 7th rank so that black can go queen e7, queen h7 here. This is another thing. You know, as you become a stronger player, naturally, when you become a stronger player, let us also take it for granted that you get older also. So as you grow older, you start not believing in your own attacks, they say. But the point is, in rapid chess, anything goes, everything goes. So any kind of attack, even if it is not very sound, it still goes because it's very difficult to defend rather than attack in rapid chess. So I think this is very aggressive strategy to play everything for an attack, but I'm happy. At least, okay, it also produces very interesting chess.
Okay, so let's see Humpy's game. We already updated thanks to Saravanan ji. Saravanan ji, Harika game. Can you tell me
Yeah,
if
let's
some
do
move we can
that.
add here?
Yeah, sure, we'll do that. So where were we in Harika's game? Which
Harika
move
game,
you're
we
on?
are stuck in 12 move.
12th move, yeah? Okay. So a 12th move, b4, rook f8, I suppose.
B4, rook f8, yes.
Rook f8, c5,
E5.
e5. Oh, is that a pawn sack? It's a pseudo sack.
Okay.
Knight into e5, knight into e5, bishop into e5, knight g4. So the point is, if black bishop moves away, it went to bishop d4 here. Now, can you guess black's move in this position? Brilliant.
Bishop into d3.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
So, as of now, it's just a piece sacrifice, was no pawns after e d3.
Harika accepted already?
No.
Still
So
game.
bd4, bd3, white played bishop f3 here. Very interesting. If she takes ed3, bishop f6 was the idea, I think.
What was happening there? You don't have any chance after bishop e5 here. Knight g4.
I actually wanted to try bishop c3 here, not bd4.
Hmm.
So bishop c3, bishop into d3, ed3, bishop into c5. I don't know what is happening.
Ah,
I don't think that is
okay.
much of a
If
compensation.
bishop on d4, she can play bishop c5 and take bishop d4, and bishop c3 she can't do. So maybe she has to play d4, sacrifice one more pawn,
Yeah, exactly.
and then bishop d3.
But now white can just play e3 here, you know. So I don't know why Harika played bishop d4 instead of bishop c3 in that position.
Yes, means this is hanging now.
We can check it.
So bishop f3 Harika played. Then anything else?
Yeah. So bishop f3 white played. She didn't take the sacrifice. And here, just give me a second. What is that game? Yeah, bishop f3, bishop f6. Black played bishop f6.
Okay.
Bishop into f6, knight into f6. Rook a3. Bishop b5.
Bishop b5.
Yeah. I think black has comfortably equalized in this position because you will not be able to move your rook away easier. Let's say white has to play probably something like king d1 and rook e1 here. But what worries me the maximum is there are no weaknesses absolutely in black's position. So this is going to be a long grind for Harika with white. Most probably it will go into an end game. What about the time situation?
That is also actually not confirmed. I think only you can see from that one.
Yeah, time situation is not favorable for Harika. She has about 6 minutes on her clock to opponent's 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So today is going to be a long day for Harika. Some more moves have come. After rook a3, bishop b5. White played knight b3. Black
Someone
played
says
knight.
GM Harika has 3 minutes, opponent have 11 minutes. They are able to see.
White played knight b3.
From where they are watching this live? Anyone else also? There is. Acha, okay, through official website.
Official website, correct.
Okay, we will go to that Vidit game. What is happening here? Rook a5, bishop d5, rook c1. Vidit played.
This is interesting.
Opponent,
he's just attacking the c4 pawn.
Opponent played rook d8, Vidit played h4. So automatically, I think Vidit also realized now your idea, I think, to attack the king side now.
Yeah, h4, h5. But now my question is, what happens to... this is interesting. I thought bb7 is very strong here because it's difficult to defend d4. But bb7 may be met with knight c4. I'm not sure.
So here Vidit is playing from white pieces, friends, and looks like Vidit having very interesting position. Solid. And even in time, okay, time is almost equal according to this display. Okay, so how you will continue it? Now g4 is coming, and you will try to bring even your rook c3, g3 even some moment.
I think white is already clearly better because there was something shift in black's plans ultimately. He went rook b8 and then rook d8, attacking d4, not very consistent. See, for example, if you play bb7 here, my original
He
idea...
played h6.
h6. Now white will just play h5 and then both sides will wait because playing g4, g5 is not easy. Take it for granted. I mean, opening up the king side for white is very, very double-edged. So we won't do that. He will play h5 and then he might transfer one of his rooks to the... I mean, he may play rook c3 idea of rook g3 there.
Anyone rooks he will bring and put on g3.
Yeah. I think black's only way to continue is to attack the d4 pawn. So I'm thinking how black is going to do that. Can he play bishop e4 here maybe?
Bishop e4.
Yeah. I mean, for h5. I'm taking for granted white will play h5.
Okay, h5, bishop
h5,
e4.
bishop e4 and attack the d4
now
pawn.
rook d1.
Only way to continue. Yeah, then the purpose of having the rook on c1 is gone, right? Now I'll again defend the c4 pawn back with bd5.
Bishop?
d5, d4 Delhi. Yeah. But okay, after rook c5, white should be clearly better already. Yeah,
let's see what will happen. Opponent played h6 here.
Yeah, I think this game
and
is
Vidit is having 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's up here. Arjun game. What happened after rook f d1? Queen. Okay, he played, I think, like this. He played knight f6 back. And then queen c6. Opponent come for exchange. And Arjun say no. And queen b4. Okay, so okay. So Arjun take queen a2. Bishop d3. Arjun played a5. Queen b6. Arjun played queen a3. Bishop d6, knight d7. This is so much fun is going on. I think this a5 is file. Maybe a pawn is going to be very crucial in the end game.
This is indeed very interesting.
So once again, Arjun game is again very interesting now.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Are you looking, Saravanan?
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm just looking at the game. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what is happening now. So Arjun has given his h7 pawn for the sake of having 2 pawns on the queen side. And I'm assuming that knight c4 is not good for black.
Already queen exchange done.
That's what I'm not very happy with the queen exchange in this position. I think Arjun is some kind
your
of
voice
trouble
get
in
little low, I think. I don't know.
Hello?
Now it's better.
Yeah, I think this queen exchange is not very favorable for Arjun, I think. Anyway, he can still continue with rook c7 and rook c8, rook c8 or something. But I have a feeling that it is white who is pushing somewhat.
But looks like white have only 1 minute, 1 minute 48 seconds.
What is h4? I don't understand.
he want to mate Arjun from there. I don't know what is this h4. Yes, maybe he's trying to stop knight g5. But what is the meaning?
Exactly. Whether knight g4 is a threat at all, I don't know. Okay, what will Arjun play here? That's the question. My guess would be rook c7 idea is to double the rooks. But somehow I'm not comfortable with black's position here. Maybe he will reroute his knight with knight d7 and knight b6.
But will you leave this d5 pawn
Yeah, that's
vulnerable?
no, knight d7 and knight f6, I thought, but that's what, even that doesn't look very sound because white always has bishop e7 later on. So I think Arjun in some kind of trouble. Knight c5 is played.
Arjun played knight c5. He's
Yeah.
giving the option to exchange bishop c5, rook c5.
Bishop c5, rook c5, rook b1. Maybe
You have
still
to
better
save
for
rook
white.
c6.
Yeah, rook c6, then I go rook b5 or rook b3.
Okay.
I think, okay, it's a highly complex game. Let's have a look at Vidit now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The position looks strong.
Yep. Okay, so, oh my God, what has happened?
Which position? Okay, Vidit game. It's move on, na? No, this is not. This only last move is h6 only.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm seeing a different game. I'm sorry. Okay. Then let us go back to Humpy's game, the most interesting of all today.
Okay.
Kingside attack.
Let me see if anything updated here. Nothing is updated here.
So shall I go and tell the moves again?
Yes, tell me the move after g5.
From the original, yeah. Let me pick the game first.
I don't know what is the problem. Why it's not updating here.
Okay, so we saw till which move? G5, right? Before G5. Correct?
Yes, yes, till g5, yes.
Till G5. Now white played bishop B2.
Bishop B2.
Queen E7, as I suggested.
Queen E7, yes.
Yeah, F3. So basically white is making a hole for his king to escape later on. So EF3, Queen F3, G4, fixing up the square again. There is a funny queen trap here, no? If you play Queen F4, okay, it's not a queen trap, sorry.
He played
Anyway,
Queen
Queen
F4?
E2. No, she played Queen E2. Queen F4, Bishop G5 was the point, I think. So Queen E2. Now Queen G7. This is very interesting.
This is the last position.
No. One more move has happened. Queen G7, Knight B3. White just doesn't want to allow black to sacrifice it at any time with Knight D4 or something maybe. Knight B3. Here came A5.
A5.
So Humpy is going to keep her king in the center today, and that looks very dangerous.
King in the center.
हिंदी में कुछ है कहावत इसके लिए?
राजा के लिए थोड़ा खतरा हो सकता है.
बस. So A5, B5, Knight D8.
So this is the position. Okay, so A5 after A5.
B5.
B5.
Knight D8.
Knight D8. Okay.
Here came King F2, and I'm still trying to understand why.
What she played here?
She played King F2 here.
King F2.
Yeah, Lipam. I was actually expecting E4 in that position. E4, you have A4. So E4 is not possible. Sorry. So King F2. Now the thing is, white is trying to prove that it is white's king side is actually a weakness for black's king also. So King F2, Rook H2.
This came
Rook
already?
H1. Yeah, all this came. Rook H1. Now, do you want to guess what happened? What did Black play in this question?
Hmm.
She has already played it.
Already played.
Yes. Very interesting move.
Rook h1 is not good.
Rook into h2.
Rook into
The
g2.
next g2. Sorry, rook into g2. Next atom bomb.
Ah. Then how come this bishop will come? Oh, b6.
Yes. Rook g2, king g2, b6.
Oh.
So remember what I was telling you about Humpy's style, how it has changed over the years, and today we have it.
Wow.
Look at this. d5 is not possible. e4 is not possible. We have to work out if c5 is possible.
And this bishop will be monster in this diagonal.
Yeah. Okay. c5 is also not possible because of a4.
Mhm.
If white plays c5, black plays a4, and after knight moves away, black can just take capture c cross b6.
This game is really interesting then. How much time you are able to see?
I like the way Humpy is playing today.
Mhm.
Okay, Humpy has 1 minute and 27 seconds, and black has 2 minutes
It's
and
almost
3
same.
seconds. Okay, half a minute extra for Lee Farm.
Okay. Can
But
we
the
check just
position
1
is-
minute for Vidit game, and this is what happened
Please,
here.
please.
This game reached till here, king h7.
Yeah.
He played here h4, h6, h5, bishop e4. This has happened already. Bishop d5, rook a1, f6, knight g6, bishop e4, rook into a7, rook into a7, king h7. This is the position.
Oh my God. That game is also moving up quite fast. This is
And
another problem with rapid chess. Towards the end, there are too many exciting things happening. You don't know where to focus.
in the same time.
Yeah.
And let's check Arjun game. Arjun looks better, I think, again. This
Arjun has managed to make a good passer couple. The question is, I have rook d1 and rook a1 is a threat in that position, I think.
okay, he converted
Yeah, I
his
think
pawn.
somewhere here black went wrong. Now, can I go rook a1 followed by rook d1?
Followed by?
Black played rook d8, right? What
Yes,
is the
yeah.
last two moves? Rook d8, f4. Now rook d1 check. e4,
Rook d1 check here.
Yeah. I'm assuming you go rook king g2 or king h2, king g2 probably.
Mhm.
Now rook a1 now.
Okay.
The point is if you go bishop d6 or black has bishop f8. Huh? No, bishop f8 is met with king f8, king g8. So let's say bd6 now. What happens to a4? And suddenly the pawn will get very dangerous and you'll have to find counterplay here for sure. आपका जो bar है, it is doing good for white.
Yes,
so
good for white.
why
No,
I'm
but
still thinking.
let him adjust something.
Bishop e5 is counterplay.
Bishop
Probably,
e5,
but
maybe
bishop e5
f4.
Bishop e5, the point is to attack g7.
Yes. g7.
Now if rook g8, I have rook a7, I think.
Mm-hmm. And if I go
this is
a3.
a very complex position. Extremely complex
Yes.
position, I think.
So the last position was, I think, this one, the last position. Na? e4, king g8. This happened. Rook d8, e4, king g8, rook c7. Now this is the position. Now he's not allowing his bishop to come and go here.
So if rook d1, rook a1, you have bishop d6, bishop e5 again. So maybe he doesn't visit. Sorry, Arjun doesn't
Anyway,
want to
Abdul
do that.
Sataro won his game already. So he's on 2-on-2. He beat Rinat Jumaviev. And Javokor Sindarov draw. Amin Tabatabai won the game. So I think in tomorrow there will be Nodirbek. If Vidit and Arjun both are winning, then only 4 players will be in
2 points.
2 points.
Yeah.
So this is the point because only 30 players are playing. In after 2 rounds, these players are going to face each other.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe Nodirbek, if they win, maybe Nodirbek versus Vidit. And Arjun versus Amin Tabatabai. Maybe.
Okay, let's go for the best.
Huh?
By the way, the two links you have given me both are women games. Can you give me the open games also?
Both are women.
Yeah, you have given me two links on.
In Lee
What?
chess, you're saying, na?
Hold on, let me check.
Something is.
One is sorry. I think I'm yeah. Sorry, I clicked it wrongly. Sorry for that.
Now
Yeah,
you can tell me
let's
what
continue.
happened in Humpy game after b6, if possible.
Yeah, this is the most interesting game of the day, definitely. b6, king f2. My God, the game is going so fast because both are low on time. King f2, a4. Is there a sack coming on d4? I don't know. Anyway, knight d2,
Mm-hmm.
bishop b7,
Mm-hmm.
rook h5, knight f7.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful piece of light square control coming up to knight g5 and all that. And rook h1 is not possible anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think black has enough compensation for the exchange.
Position is
Definitely
good, I
black
think.
has enough compensation. Yeah, very complex position. Black king hasn't moved, na? So I think black has played triple here anyway. Because now the black king, even if white plays c5, I don't think it'll be much of a problem. But anyway, we'll have to see. Black can really play triple and get away with it.
Who's saying someone Vidit is losing suddenly?
Vidit is losing?
Oh, what happened?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
He's
What
lost.
Vidit did here?
Okay, he was all right all the way, I thought. Go back a little. This is already minus for black, minus for
His
white.
position was good only.
Yeah, g3, knight b4.
Ah, f3 is something happened here. Bishop d3 came.
Mhm. King g2. Oh, white just lost the pawn on d4. Oh, this is just overwhelming for black. Oh, yeah. This is
Okay, this is losing. Totally losing. Totally losing. I think this is lost only. Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. Black was actually threatening, white was actually threatening rook b8, rook h8, but c3 is very clever.
So this is not so
Vidit
good
losing.
news. Vidit is losing
Yeah.
almost this match, and I think it's difficult to save because of this passed pawn.
Hmm. That's
I think
sad a
result will
little.
come any moment. This is loss only, I think.
Yeah.
I think okay. So Vidit already lost, I think. And Arjun? Oh. Arjun have a chance of draw. Looks like this is the draw.
I think so, yeah.
But
Because
I
black
must tell
cannot
everyone,
prevent.
friends, this is a 9 rounds tournament and only 30 players are playing. So what is going to happen is even still Vidit can come back. It's not knockout, it's Swiss League and 9 rounds is there. And because players are not so many players are playing, so they have to play against each other, so many top players. You have a very good chance to come back, no issue at all. What do you think,
Can
Saravanan?
I
This is
try
also
to
a draw.
win with which one?
This game.
Yeah, that's what Vidit has to be a little careful here. Rook g5. Now the problem is the black king side. If you play
King
rook
is
c6 in this position, because white is just threatening perpetual on the 7th rank. Yeah?
yes.
So if rook c6, rook g7, king f8,
Well, that could be
dangerous
losing
for
maybe
yeah. No, this is probably dangerous.
because this
Let's
pawn
try
is
it.
coming.
No, this is dangerous. This is simply dangerous, which means that okay, I think black has no choice but to play a2 and allow a draw.
Mm-hmm.
A2, rook into g7, and is just perpetual on the 7th rank. So things are not going well for both the Indian.
Okay, already result came. Vidit lost the game and Arjun draw the game.
Vidit lost the
Comments.
game.
Vidit lost the game and Arjun draw the game already. So
That's very sad.
anyway,
Hmm.
this is the in the men's section and women's section. Can you update now? Because still I don't have Humpy latest position.
Yeah.
After knight f7, 25th move.
So, yeah, there we go. Humpy won already.
Humpy already win the game.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Humpy already won the game. So after knight f7,
Mhm.
white went rook a h1,
Rook a h1.
bishop h1, rook h1. Okay, this is very simple. Black just played knight g5 here. Remember the light square control we were talking about? That is very evident now. King e1,
Mm-hmm.
triple O.
King e1
King
after?
triple King e1 and black played triple O.
Okay, okay.
King
Finally,
e1,
long castle.
triple O. Yeah, finally long castle. And now
So Humpy also already win the
Queen
game. So this is the
G2.
good news at least.
Queen g2,
Queen g2,
king b8,
king b8, yes.
king e2.
King e2.
I think black is winning. After e5,
e5 came. Oh,
d5, e4.
ah.
See the difference in black knights, huh? Both sides knights. There's no comparison between the d2 knight and the g5 knights in play.
Pieces are much better and space is so much, and king is, I think, black king is super safe now, right now.
Yeah. So bishop f6, queen f6, queen h2, queen h2, knight f3. That's overwhelming position.
I think if you take, then after ef3 is lost. If you don't take, then queen b2 is coming, queen c3 is coming.
So black just okay, they continued for a few more moves.
And what about Harika game?
You want to see this fully? Just 3 more moves left.
Okay, 3 more move. Okay, yes.
Yeah. So we were at go to the end of the position.
I will put knight f3.
So queen h2, knight f3, queen h6.
Queen h6, okay.
Yeah, queen b2.
Queen b2.
Rook d1.
d1.
Yeah, and just rook h8 and the designs.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was... So Humpy's aggression paid off. I'm very happy about that.
Amazing. And game is really high quality.
Yeah. Maybe a little one-sided, but yeah, high quality. So Harika's game, we were at knight b3, I suppose, right?
Yes. Harika game is still going on?
Yes, it's still going on. So knight b3, knight d7.
Okay.
e3, knight e5.
No, I have her game till here, I think. Bishop b5. 19 move.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling.
Okay.
So 20, knight b3.
Knight b3.
Knight d7.
Knight d7.
So Harika won. e3.
Harika already won?
Yeah, won.
Okay,
e3.
this is also good news. So women's section, both players scored today's second victory. So this is very good news for at least for women's section for India. And now knight d4.
e3.
e3, okay.
Knight e5.
Knight e5.
Bishop e2. Bishop into e2. King into e2. Knight c4. White is slightly better. Rook a2. Rook e7. So this only white can do something. That's a very interesting thing. So rook d1. Rook a e8. Knight d4. g6. Knight c2. f5. Rook d4. Knight e5.
Rook d4, knight
e5. h3. g5. Knight e1. Knight g6.
Knight
e1. Knight g6. b3.
b3, okay.
Yeah. f4.
F4. She was
So
trying to
finally,
attack
black
so
got
much.
some counterplay. Yeah.
What she played here?
GF4, GF4, GF4,
Mm-hmm.
Knight C2, Rook F8, King D3, FE3, FE3. Actually, White's position looks a little suspicious. No, Rook on A2, Knight on C2, a little cramped.
This is this rook. This yes.
Yeah, Rook F3, H3 attack.
Okay.
Rook G4. Okay, here I don't know why Black played King H8. She could have taken Rook into H3. I thought.
Yes.
Anyway, Rook G4, King H8, King C3. Rook into H3, Rook A1. So you want to safeguard and take his king to the safety first with King B2. Now we'll start some counterplay. Rook A1, Knight E5, Rook F4, Knight G6.
Rook here. Achha,
Rook
rook F4.
F4,
Okay.
Rook
Rook
F4,
F4, Knight
Knight
G6.
G6. Yeah. Rook G4. Oh, she was repeating, English. So she didn't play Knight E5. Black played Rook F7.
Okay.
Black wanted to win. Rook A G1, Rook F2. Okay, so
F3,
finally
so
Black has
rook
some attack.
H2. No, rook F2.
Rook F2, Rook 1 G3, Rook H, Rook 1 G3, Rook F3.
Rook F3.
Yeah, he wants one rook on the third rank for some reason. I was thinking more natural will be Rook H2. I don't know why Rook F3. Oh my god, not a position still. Rook 1 G3, Rook F3, Rook G2, King G7.
She back with a king. Okay.
Yeah, King B2, King F6. King C3, Knight F4.
She was repeating. Try to repeat. Huh?
Yeah.
This game was very difficult actually for Harika.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is Black who is calling the shots now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Rook D2.
Rook
White
D2.
played Rook D2. Yeah. Knight E6.
Mm-hmm.
King B2, H5. Rook G8.
Mm-hmm.
King E5. Rook E8.
Mm-hmm.
Rook F8.
Rook
Oh,
F8.
yeah. How did White win this position at all?
Rook E7.
Rook F8. Rook E7, you're right. King F6.
King F6.
Rook into B7.
I think she lost on queen side pawns.
Yeah, Rook B7. Actually, she came back Rook King E5. See? Basically, she didn't have a plan here. She just gave the pawn to see what happens. So, King E5. 1 minute. Rook B7, King E5, Rook E7, King F6 again.
Okay.
Rook A7, King
No,
A5.
1 minute. Sorry. King, after King E5, Rook A7.
Rook E7. Which move you're on?
51, 52.
Rook E7, King F6 back again.
Acha, Rook E7. Okay. Rook
Rook
E7, King
E7, King
F6 back.
F6. Now Rook A7.
Okay.
King E5.
Rook A6.
Rook into A6. Okay.
Okay.
She just won both the pawns. Knight D8. This was a poorly played endgame by Black. Rook A7, Rook H8.
Okay, 7, Rook H8.
Rook F2. King E4.
King E4.
Oh, she blundered. Okay. Just a blunder.
Rook E7.
Rook E7 check and designs.
Okay.
She's
Okay, so
getting
she
checkmated.
had a very promising position from king side and she lost on her queen side.
Yeah, basically she gave up the pawns on the queen side.
Hmm.
It's a tragedy that we didn't get to show this game online, instead of just getting the moves to all our viewers. It would have been good if you had commented on the game because it sounds very interesting for me
No, we
overall.
will find out the way tomorrow. I think tomorrow their broadcast should be better. And
Hmm.
let's see if something happened better tomorrow.
Hmm.
So this is the 4 games. So what is the score? Let me check if they updated. My friends updated the score. Please
Yeah.
update the score. Mark, if you are updating the score, please update the score. So after 2
Imam
rounds,
Shays,
this is
you
the
can put
position
the
for Indian team that okay, he already updated the score. Thank you, Himang. So after 2 rounds, this is the position that in women's section, Humpy and Harika wins their both game, so they are leading, you can say. And tomorrow,
Mhm.
I think we are going to see one very exciting match against maybe Chinese teams versus Indian team, I think.
Yeah.
And because if I see in the women's section, uh, Huifan maybe already win.
Let's check.
So anyway, thank
The
you
game is
everyone, and tomorrow there is 2 more rounds. We will be here 12:30 again to bring you live, and I hope tomorrow this broadcast will be better because this is the Asian Games. Getting the broadcast is not easy. It's not broadcasting in any major live websites. So anyway, we managed with the help of Sagar Bhai and our ChessBase India team, and tomorrow I think it should be better. So for Saravanan Bhai, what do you want to say after today, day one?
okay. A typical rapid game. Um, Typical game of some excitements. I really like the way Humpy conducted her second game. This is basically players like Humpy, who is so experienced, can switch between playing a end game beautifully in one round, and the next round she can go to a kingside attack like what she did. And I really like the Exchange sack also. So today, I think if at all I take away from today, it is Arjun's first game and Humpy's second game. Beautiful games played with a lot of boldness. At some point at the end of the day, chess is a game. You should enjoy chess. You should play sacrifices. You should attack and all that. So at the end of the day, I really like the Humpy and Arjun's chess today.
Okay, so thank you, Sarvananji. Because of your presence, we saw so many beautiful variations and so much knowledge and so much amazing stories. So, friends, tomorrow we
Pleasure.
will come back and we will. I promise we will be more prepared. I will be more prepared with statistics and other things and the live broadcast. We will try to improve. Thank you so much. And before leaving, I just want to let you know, everyone, that next. In October 10 to 14, there is a international master camp by Anup Deshmukh ji in Bhopal by ChessBase India, and it's up to 2,200 rated players. Already 5 spot is already filled, and no, 6 already filled, and 6 are remaining. So if you want to join, and you can write us in ChessBase India Hindi @gmail.com or ChessBase India @gmail.com or Niklesh Chess @yahoo.com, and we will reply you, or you can read the article in our website regarding this. So thank you so much, and we will back tomorrow again. Thank you, Sarvananji, and thank you, everyone. Bye bye, chat. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.